Welcome to Manifest Mondays. This
Tuesdays.
is Tuesday. The first time we had to move it to a Tuesday, man. And what this it's an important lesson in this, man. Because even if you have to miss, you still don't miss twice, man. Pivot.
Right.
We pivoted because it was necessary. The only reason we did that is because we was going to be traveling during the time that we was going to be able to shoot this. So we had to pivot, but we still here,
Yeah.
man. That's
Got
dedication.
you.
First
Hard
time
work
on a
plus faith.
Tuesday, and first time you'll ever see me in a hat.
Yeah.
Probably last too.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we missed. We just switched up.
That's
We
it.
didn't
You're
even
not
switch. Yeah,
doing
we
That's
it,
it.
right?
just switched up,
Yeah,
man.
we
You know
We
what I'm
just
switched
saying?
up.
switched.
If you said you was gonna work out in the morning, but you worked out in the night, did you really miss it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So it's episode 44, um, and it's gonna be a dope episode today, man. Today, me and Z just attended the Investfest 24, um, and there's a lot to be said about it. You know what I mean? A lot to be said about that. So that's kind of what we wanted to make today's episode about. So if anybody was wondering about InvestFest, have any questions about it, ever thought about it, wonder what it is,
Mhm.
this is going to be the episode to talk about that. And then we really wanted to kind of open up that later to ask the question if conferences are worth it, right? Are big conferences like that worth it? You know, a lot of people have a different opinion on that, man.
Right.
So let's kick it off. Let's kick it off like this, man. So um what we want to do, we want to start it with like a what would you spend it on? Let's start there, right?
Right.
So the
Right.
ticket we got the early bird ticket to InvestFest. So full transparency, it was $250. If you got the early one, and if you got it general admission, it was about $300. They had platinum packages that went from like 2,000 to 5,000, I think all the way up to 10,000 for like a lifetime VIP
Yeah.
access thing. So, but general admission was about $300, right?
Yeah.
So let's kick it up. Let's kick it off with like a would you rather question. All right. So here's a question. Anybody in here? And I'm asking y'all on here too. If you had $250, you had to spend it on one of these four, right? Which one you spending it on? You got 250. You spending it on a concert ticket to your favorite artist. You spending it on a date. Um, you spending it on a conference, or you spending it on a flight. What,
Mhm.
what y'all doing?
Ooh, damn. Let me repeat the options. One, your favorite artist, right?
Yep,
Two,
a concert ticket.
concert tickets to your favorite artist. Two, a date. Three is a conference. And what
Yeah.
was the fourth one? The last one?
A
The fourth,
flight.
the fourth
A
one is
flight.
a flight, and Zenas just pinned it too. Zenas just pinned it too. He was on it, man. That was
Mhm.
perfect time.
I'm having a hard time. I can see anything. So I'm gonna get on Z. Can you let me back in? I'm gonna exit out and then get
Yeah.
back in real quick. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I can see
Probably because you
anything.
got iPhone.
Nah. It's because you got the iPhone 2. That's fine. Don't be trying to play like that. You be over here. You be in here
Come
not
on,
being able to see us and stuff, man. So yeah, all
that's
you
what he said.
screen
He
is
just said
black.
the same thing. He just
Nah.
said the same thing. He said he can't see anything.
Y'all over here horsing around, man.
So if y'all in here right now, though, man, answer that question. What would you rather? If you had $250, would you rather spend it on a concert ticket, a date, a conference? And a conference, we want to leave that open too. That could be anything. That could be anything from like
Damn.
a financial conference to like Comic Con or any conference that you could think of, right? You know, it could be a book conference, whatever's your chess conference, anything that you could think of. You know, some people like chess. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Or a
Damn.
flight, and that could be to anywhere that you could probably get a ticket for two
For
hundred fifty
250.
dollars. You know what I mean? So choose wisely. You know what I mean? Don't
Wyoming
say
Choose
you
property.
going
wisely.
to Dubai with 250 now. You know what I'm saying? let's
Yeah.
keep let's keep it real, man. What we doing?
Uh, so I'm gonna do the process of elimination because I was like $250 is not gonna take me anywhere I really want to go. So flights out of the equation for sure. Man, I would have to go with the conference, man. Something that I'm interested in, maybe like a financial conference, business conference. I think that's what I would spend my money on. Because at the end of the day, the more you learn, the more you earn, right? Especially for us who want to like improve in business, gain more knowledge and all those skill sets. I'd rather just pay that money to be around people who are doing similar things as me, so that way I can be inspired and network and learn. I'm gonna go with the conference for sure.
Yeah.
What you doing?
That's a good
Z?
answer, man.
Or maybe a date if I'm gonna take my girl out. If I'm number
Yeah,
one, it's a
and
conference for
and
sure.
it's not
Yeah.
a first date too. It could just be a date, right?
Yeah.
Like it could just be
Yeah,
like, man, this is
Yeah.
well overdue.
Realistically.
This is my shorty.
right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Hmm.
ain't did it in a while.
Right.
I wanna spoil her tonight. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That could,
Yeah. So top
there's a return of
choice.
investment on that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Top choice is conference for sure. Number two for me, if I, number two is date. For number one is conference for sure.
DG says there's definitely ROI. She gonna buy one.
If I'm paying 250,
Come on, two.
you gotta drop it and give me 50.
She gonna buy one. She gonna buy one.
If I'm paying 250, you gotta drop it and give me 50.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Not
Uh,
conference for sure. I'll stick with conference. Conference
okay,
is for me.
okay. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. So I'm gonna actually rank them. Actually,
Yeah.
process of elimination. I'm gonna say date is gonna be last for me because I ain't got a girl, and that's just the least of my priorities right now. So date would definitely be last. I would say then concert ticket because I like concerts, but I also like being having been a DJ for so long and being on the other side of things. I don't necessarily like being in crowds. So
Right.
like that's why like I always have a good time at concerts when I go, but there's other things that I'd rather spend money on prior to doing like prior to going to a concert. Like I always do enjoy concerts when I go, but it's just not something that I'm like necessarily going out of my way for.
Right.
So concerts would be three. Then I would say honestly I'd probably say a conference would be number two for me because
Right.
one of my favorite passions outside of music is travel. So I think travel would probably be my number one as far as like what I would choose out of these four because honestly, I could get a round trip flight to Miami, for under 250. I just looked it up
Mhm.
actually. I can get it for $120 right now, round trip to Miami. From New,
You could
but
take
that's
two
also because
flights, huh?
I'm flying from New York too. Like New
Right.
York is also a hub, right? So I think there's just a lot more access living in New York. So I would say flight first, conference second, concert third, date last.
Damn. All
A
right.
date
I like
last.
it.
That's it.
I like
That's
it.
it. That's just that. That's at least a part of my priorities right now, ladies. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah. It's that. That's
I
why.
got you. I got you another time, but not right now.
Yeah.
No,
Not
right
right now.
now,
Yeah.
they ain't taking you out.
You we love y'all, man, but I had to agree. Just right now, man, 250. You know what I'm
Two
saying?
fifty.
What can we do for 50 real quick? You know what I'm saying?
You
Nah,
know,
man. Just
I
right
think
now,
you could be creative.
just priority wise, this is actually tough for me because when I think about a concert ticket, I could think about like I'm thinking about my favorite artists. Like
Yeah.
I spent um I spent 250 for a Kendrick concert on his last album tour, and that shit was like probably one of the best
Hmm.
performances that I've seen live. And it's like I'm not gonna spend 250 on an artist that I just kind of like, but one that
Right.
I'm like, like I
Yeah.
really, I'm really invested in Andre 3000 or like, what I
Right.
mean, a Jay-Z concert or what I mean. That's what I'm thinking. We thinking like, what I mean, for 250 you could usually
Right.
get a ticket,
Right.
a ticket to whoever you want to see for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe not
Facts.
Beyonce or Taylor Swift, but you know what I'm saying. For the most part, you could damn near get anybody that you want to see. So that's a tough one for me on that one. Um, I just think that I'm in a different space in life right now, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hmm.
As far as just where I'm actually ranking them. So I honestly think I might have to go the same exact one as Z, to be honest.
Right.
Um, because for 250 you can't get to a lot of places. But actually, I probably put the conference over flights right now.
Hmm.
Um, I'm lying. I'm lying. Flights is still on top because I'm thinking like if it's a conference and I'm not flying somewhere, then that means I gotta do it out here, and I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think I agree, man. I think I got flight at the top, and then I'm doing conference, concert, and
Then date.
then day.
Date. Yeah. Yeah. Date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I like that we're on this page because it's something that I kind of wanted to kind of say on here is like I had last year I went to Investfest for the first time, right? I think before that we went in London, but I
Yeah.
went in the first time in the States, and it was it's a different type of lineup in the States. And to be honest, it's a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Being that we've been to both, Z, would you agree with that? It's like a different
Yeah. Yeah.
vibe
Absolutely.
altogether. Like it's a different
Absolutely.
thing. But I went for the first time last year, and what made me like bite the bullet and just do it, because I went solo. What made me bite the bullet and do it is knowing that I paid $250 for Kendrick tickets.
Right.
I love Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I had never, well, I just had seen him live once before, but I wanted to see, how he was gonna roll out the Mr. Morale. I knew it was gonna be some step. I just knew it was gonna be dope, and I heard nothing but good things about it. So I had bought that ticket before that,
Yeah.
and then, I was for a second I was feeling like Investfest was expensive for 250, right?
Hmm.
But I was like, I paid the same amount for Kendrick Lamar
Right.
tickets,
Yeah.
and the ROI of a conference is kind of like untapped. Like you
Right.
can't really say what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen, or you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I was really like, that's what made me bite the bullet and just be like, yo, I'm trying to like move into spaces and get uncomfortable with being places that, people that are moving on a higher frequency or where they're
Yeah.
at. Sometimes if they're not just around you
Right.
every day, you got to just put yourself there.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? If it's not like you're walking outside and you're surrounded by 20,000 black entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was just like, sometimes you got to force yourself in those rooms. So that's for me what made me bite the bullet last year. And I knew once I went last year that I was gonna go every year moving forward.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I just
Facts.
wanted to say this on camera, man.
Right.
Yeah. Facts. Facts, man. I think as we get older and stuff like
I'm gonna
that,
grab
you just
water real
realize
quick.
your money is better spent in places that are, to your point, P, more aligned with where you're trying to be. Where people, the people and company that you want to surround yourself with. And I don't like wasting time, man. I don't like wasting money. And honestly, like I said, a date, that's definitely like the least of my priorities right now. Like spending 250 on a date, like it's not that I'm not willing to do that. It's just that's the least of my priorities. To your point, a concert might be a crazy experience, right? Like I remember we went and saw Outkast at their very last
Yeah.
performance, and I'm so glad we went to that because that was an amazing experience and something that I genuinely enjoyed and will remember. We'll probably share with my kids one day. Like, man, we went to the last concert that Outkast ever performed at, and
Oh wow.
that's
And
fire.
it might be the last one they ever do. And
Ever
we knew that.
ever, and so that's a hell of an experience. But uh what I got from Investfest and from this conference, and to Pete's point earlier, we had gone in London to Investfest before, but
Well,
this was
London was lit.
in Atlanta. It was completely different, man. Just it being it being the mecca of black people, like and just it was for the culture, man. They put on for the culture in a major way, and it was super dope to just experience that, and uh, just to see the amount of people that were there in that similar mindset, right? People all hustling and all the entrepreneurs and just all the different types of creatives and whatnot that came together to at the end of the day just want to better themselves. I think that's huge, man, and that was a really dope experience, man. This InvestFest, they earn shout out to Earning Leisure, man, because they doing something major with that. But I ain't gonna lie, when it comes down to it, man, I'm gonna take that flight. We catching flights, not feelings. We catching flights, not feelings, baby. We catching flights, not feelings. Come on now, come on now.
You
So
get your
I'm with you, bro. After a certain while, I just be having an itch. Even if I don't need to go somewhere, I be having an itch to
right.
get out of where. And that's where I think that's wherever I'm at. I
yeah,
just am ready to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? So
I'm trying
I
to
had
be
to agree
outside,
with you
man.
there.
And by outside, I mean outside the country. Shout out to Gracie, because
I
Gracie
was just
tapped
about
me
to
in.
bring that up. Yep.
Yeah, she said, "What's the most y'all ever spent on a conference
Damn.
or business event?" Um, it's a good question.
I mean, to be honest, like for me, I don't know. My first actual business conference was Investfest in London. So,
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah,
don't like how much did we spend? I can't. I don't quite remember.
I can't
But
even
yeah, it
remember
was
what
like
the
I feel like
tickets were in London.
it wasn't as expensive in
yeah,
London as it was here.
It,
I
it
feel
was
like
it definitely
maybe it was
wasn't.
like 120, maybe it was half or something,
Yeah,
125
right.
or something like 130. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere
yeah,
around there. Yeah.
yeah.
For me, it's for sure Investfest. The
Right.
most I spent was Investfest. That was 250, and that was last year and this year. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I agree. I'm pretty sure it is investments. Just because I don't regularly attend conferences and business events, I'm
Right.
not gonna lie. And that's a room for, we talk about areas of improvement. That's an area of improvement for myself. And I think what that taught me being in that space is that we need to be doing this
Right.
a lot more often.
facts,
For real.
facts.
Yeah. So money, yeah, to Gracie's point, money well spent. Now I'm gonna flip that question on Gracie. What's the most you spent on on a business event or conference or
Yeah,
or anybody in here, man? Like I
yeah,
think
Yeah,
I think what a big thing is in investing in yourself, right?
right.
And I think a lot of people are just unwilling to do that.
All right. I would say for me, like I mean, if you're gonna like count books and other training
Hmm.
courses, I would say like little $1,000 or even a little bit more over if you're gonna like add all those
Yeah,
things in, for
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
What's the most y'all would spend on a
I
business
mean, it depends, bro.
conference?
I feel like it depends, right? It just depends on like
Let's
the
say it's
conference
whatever
and
you could think of, the perfect conference, like whatever that looks like,
ah
the
man.
perfect one, the perfect lineup
it's
you
the
could think of,
ideal
bro.
one. Like
It's the ideal.
that's for
Myron,
you.
Gary V. I don't know who your favorites are, but let's say all of them is there.
I
Eric
mean,
Thomas,
right. It
all of
depends on
them,
a
bro.
couple things, right? It depends on my financial situation, right?
Hmm.
And depends who's gonna be there. Let's say if I'm at that level where I want to be financially, I don't mind spending like 10K, 20K on a conference.
Yeah,
Like if I'm at that position where I want to be, right, with the right people, I don't. That's what I'm saying. It's not capped. Let's say if I gotta go to a conference with Elon and all those big entrepreneurs,
That's
like
fair.
if I have the bread like that, I could probably spend 50K. So
Yeah,
it just depends who's gonna be there and what type of conference it is and what I'm gonna get. Because sometimes when you go to conferences, bro, it's not just about what you're gonna get out of it, but what about the people sometimes you meet, right? Because sometimes you can meet like
yeah,
entrepreneur, like-minded individuals, and
yeah,
y'all can be able to like connect
yeah.
and network. And those are the things that could be a lot more beneficial than that 50K. That
Absolutely.
connection that you build can lead to a bigger business deal long term. So
Yeah. And what I learned too is, P and I, we
that's a
talk
great
about it
answer,
all the
bro.
time. That's a really good
appreciate
answer,
it.
bro. P and I, we talk about it all the time. Money can get you access, like it can get you in the room, but energy is a whole nother like
Facts,
form of currency, man. And
facts.
I think people read that like the way you navigate in those spaces too, man. Like, money may gain you access, but
Mm-hmm.
people could still not fuck with you in that space, right?
Right,
Like people could
right,
still just be like whatever you got going, I really don't
I
care
don't want
because your
no part
energy
of
is
that.
off, right? Like why would I want to do business with you or even like have a conversation with you, So I think, keeping that in mind too, and how you show up in those spaces is real too. Just because you got a ticket doesn't necessarily mean that you're entitled to anything, right?
right,
And so
right.
I think that's something to keep in mind as well. But shout out to Gracie. She said, 1,500. She's spent it on a women's business retreat, the Boss Summit.
That's dope.
Um, Shout out. That's real. Did you think it was well worth the money? It sounds like it. I mean, it was obviously all women bosses, so I would assume it
Right.
was money well spent. For myself, I would probably realistically right now, the most I would spend, I think, would probably be like a rack. I think like a rack
Right,
is what I'd probably comfortably spend right now, just depending on the circumstances, like who's going to be there,
right,
what we're going to be doing,
right,
how long it is. I think that's also like if it's only for like a day, I may not do it, but it also
right,
depends on what exactly is all happening that day,
right,
and so taking all of those things into consideration, I probably like confidently say like a rack right now. But I also it really depends because if it's something that is going to truly be life altering, and present an opportunity that I could probably not get elsewhere, I might be willing to spend more. Like if they were like, like this is like a $3,000 excursion, but like, I'm gonna be in the same room with the Jay-Z's and the
right,
LeBron James and shit, and just you know not just meeting them, but able like to actually have a conversation with these people and
right,
whatnot. That's something that's different, right? Because
right,
I think also understanding. I think about what people are spending on this Chris Brown experience, right?
Yeah.
for this Chris Brown
Right.
experience. And I don't, how much are those tickets? Like, aren't they like 2,000 to just get a pic with him?
I think it's
The
like
like,
1,000. That little
it's
meet
like
and
yeah,
greet,
it's like 1,000,
stuff like
right?
that.
And we're talking about just to get a picture with him, and uh, to to think that I could use that money and
Right.
connect with some of the people that could obviously change my life, and not just with their presence, but the knowledge and stuff like that. Yeah,
Right.
I'd more than willing will willingly spend that money.
Right.
Yeah,
I gotta agree. And so, wait, real quick, shout out to Isn't too. She said she's going with choice number 4, or she said she's going with the conference. She said she's going with the conference. Yeah.
yeah.
She said she's at the same time she's catching flights, no
Nah,
feelings. It's like
flights not feelings, baby.
I feel it.
Flights not feelings, baby.
You know.
We outside.
But
He can't fly
I,
no
I
feeling.
like I really like y'all's answers a lot. I think right now, like I feel comfortable with about 1,000, but it
Right.
fully depends on that experience.
Right.
If the experience is like fully focused on exactly what I want to do, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and it makes sense, you know what I mean. Like there is no cap to that, right?
Right.
Especially
Right.
like as you continue to grow, right? Like that's what you start to realize as you grow is you do have to pay to get the next
Right.
level, whether that's going to be
Yeah,
an immense amount of
yeah,
time, money. You're gonna to get to that next level, you're gonna have to invest. And one thing about me, y'all both know, I'm the frugalist of the three, right? But when it comes to experience or things that I actually want to
Right.
do, there's really like not really a number. Like I'll
hmm
just
Right.
pay it, like and
Right.
fast. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think it's what it is. I'm super frugal on like some materialistic things, so it's kind of
Right.
hard for me to like you know what I mean, bite the bullet on those things. But like when it comes to like specific experiences that I want and shit like that, like I'm gonna do it.
yeah,
I'm just gonna
Right.
bite the bullet because it's
Right.
like I just the investment mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's like
agreed.
Right.
I might not pay you know 2,000 for some designer shit, but I
Right.
throw 2,000 in
Right.
Ethereum real fast. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just kind of
It's
how
true.
that's just how I
Facts.
am. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Yeah,
It
so
makes
for
sense.
something like this,
yeah,
it's like if it was specific to exactly what I was trying to get into, it was like the perfect conference for me. Diamond said the best. Is there really a cap? Like it's like
Right.
yeah,
you know what I mean.
exactly.
This is an experience that like, and then and just moving on this point too, because I think it's going to be a good segue. A lot of this stuff is, I think people pay an amount and then just expect like have crazy expectations in their mind
Right.
of what
Mhm.
they're supposed to get out of it.
Yeah,
I paid 250, so I'm supposed to get this. I paid 2,000, so I'm supposed to get this. You
yeah,
can't be passive in anything and think that you're gonna just get what
yeah,
like you have changed. How you gonna passively change your life? Like you
Right.
know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Can't.
yeah,
Like
It's
I don't
true.
think that really makes sense, man. So
That's,
I
yeah,
agree
that's
kind of
true
with
though.
both y'all, but I want to kind of get into that concept of uh just what people expect out of
Mhm.
conferences, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think to your point, people expect maximum results off of minimal effort, and like literally, people just expect, like I said, that a ticket just means that they're entitled to just like their life being changed, right? I paid 250, so like my life has changed forever, like just for showing up, and it's just that's not how it works. Like
Right.
like just because you got access to it, that doesn't mean anything. Like it depends on how you show up in that space and how you navigate it, how you network, all those things. Like that's really what matters at the end of the day. Because to your point, Pete, it takes money to make money, and so understanding that you have to invest in yourself, you have to be willing to put forth money to get yourself into those spaces, to put yourself set yourself up with certain opportunities and whatnot. There's only so much that vibes can get you alone. Like
Right.
vibes will get you far. We no matter where we go, you go catch these vibes. But at some point, that double tap might not work.
it's a
Anybody who
fact.
knows what the double tap game is, P's double tap game is strong, man. So whoever knows what the double tap is, that's what it. Hey, excuse me, my man. Like there's only so much that double tapping is. You go up to a security guard at like the 40-40 club, you try and double tap him. He like, bro, who the fuck are you? Get
Yeah.
your ass in line.
What you
Right.
got
So
going on? You know what I mean?
vibes is only gonna get you so far. There's a lot that money can do as far as access, as far as like where it can get you. But it's also about how you show up in those spaces. And I think people just expect to just put out nothing and
Right.
and, and gain everything, and that's
Right.
what's crazy to me.
Right. No. Right. I think you answered that perfectly, Z. I would say one of the things, the reason why most people have a negative mindset when it comes to that. I think people just expect that instant result, right? Because we live in the world
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
nowadays, we just want things right away. So let's say if they go to a concert and they don't get what they probably perceive that they should get from that concert, they feel some type of way about it. But I
Yeah.
believe overall, when it comes to learning, man, you can never go wrong. Whatever you invest, yeah, you might not get that tangible results right away, but maybe over time, right? Some
Hmm.
ideas, maybe if you're able to network, because you can go places, bro. Like you have to now put yourself in a position to acquire knowledge, network. Just because I'm an Investfest, I'm not just gonna get everything that I want. I have to like network with other entrepreneurs and learn from that. It's like me giving a workout plan, right? Just because I give you a workout plan, you're not gonna be in shape. You gotta actually go to the gym, do the work, eat, and do all those
Yep.
things, right?
Yep.
Just people expect that. Oh, when I go to a concert, I go to a conference, I came back and nothing improved. Did you try to
And
improve?
even if you did go to the gym, right? If you just went there and didn't do anything,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Just because people actually need to take the time, like network, you're there to like learn, network. Don't just sit there.
Yeah.
Use that time to like network, learn, pay attention. Because people just be there like just want to do it for the gram. Oh, and now you don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
All right, you just want to show off that you were there, but what did you get out of it? So you are the reason why you didn't get anything from out of it. It's not because of the
Hmm.
audience or whatever, the presenter. So that's
That's
my
it,
take
man.
on that.
Big shout out to Is and B, man. She said sometimes it depends on the energy that you take to the conference
All
and
right.
the way that you
Yep.
interact, connect with people. That's
Absolutely.
exactly what we saying, man. That's
That's
exactly what
it.
we saying with it. That's like the most important piece. So I
Yeah.
want to back up a minute just in case people don't are watching it or watch it later and don't know exactly what InvestFest is. So InvestFest is a 2 or 3 day conference that they put on in Atlanta every year, and they bring out a bunch of different investment influencers and just
Entrepreneurs.
moguls, entrepreneurs, and then they got like people in the entertainment realm too. So you got 50 Cent came, Steve Harvey came, Damon
Yep.
Johnson came,
Yep.
but then you got people like Don Peebles, who's like a black billionaire in the real estate space.
Hmm.
You got people like 19 Keys and
Yep.
um, Earn Your Leisure is the ones that put this on. So it's really just like a huge investment conference where it's like 20 to 30,000 black people, mainly black people that go.
Hmm.
Right.
And then you got like on top of that, you got all these different businesses that come in. You got keynote speakers that speak on specific things from like stock to real estate to trucking, all kinds of different things, man. So yeah, so that's kind of what it is. And being that we're talking about it, I kind of wanted to just talk about what that experience was like for us. Me and Z to talk about it, and Diamond, you could even talk about the one in London. But what was that experience like for you guys, and do you feel like it was worth it?
DG, you
Well,
want to
for
go
me,
first?
oh yeah, I'll go first, man. The one in London, bro. We were in London first off. Like you can't go wrong being in London. Number two, I was with all my homies, man, with y'all. So the experience was like from the start, it was off the chain. So it was
Yeah.
dope already. And then
Yeah.
just being there, bro, and just seeing like people like you who are like killing it, doing things that you aspire to do, it's inspirational, right? Because like if he can do that, like I can do that too. I can aspire to do those things, right? And then just being around people who are like positive, because the crowd was dope, bro. It was like a concert too, right? It wasn't just about you
Yeah.
heard about those conferences like today we're going to talk about the S&P 500. If you want
Right.
to invest, no, it wasn't like monotone. It was exciting, engaging, fun. So if you were there, you felt like you are like this
Yeah.
is this an investment conference or I'm at about like a concert?
Why they playing swag
Yeah.
surfing here? Like, you know what I'm
Right,
I
saying?
mean,
it
we're talking about like entrance music and
right,
everything. Like it's
right.
lit.
It was lit, bro, because they played like "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mill. I was like,
Come
what?
on, man. You
Like,
know what I'm
I used to
saying?
pray for time
Come
like
on.
this. I was like, wow. So, like, even though it was like the fun and excitement, there was also an opportunity to learn. So I
Yeah.
got everything that I would ever go to. Like usually when I go to like concert, it's just all about entertainment. Now I'm at this event. I'm having fun with the people that I love and care about, and then I'm learning about things that I can like build my business and actually self improve. It
Yeah.
was an overall win-win. So I had a really great
Yeah.
time. It was a good experience for me. So I was
Yeah.
like, it was
It,
dope.
shout out to the rich friends. Rich friends out in London, man. That's where the
Come on.
rich friends was born, man. So shout out to London. Hey man, the London experience was dope, man. I think we've been following Earn Your Leisure for a while, man. So to see them take that movement overseas was really dope.
Yeah.
So I love that experience. The one in London was really dope in a lot of ways, especially because we were with the bros and we were just having a good time, and obviously to be in that space and just seeing what people were doing. And it was interesting to like look at investing overseas, like how I was
Right.
interested to see how they were going to approach that in the UK and whatnot, and learning the differences between the US and the UK, and like what investment opportunities look like and stuff like that. So that was dope. And I think to piggybacking off of what you were saying, DG, is just I think the dopest thing about Earn Your Leisure is they're making investing cool. They're doing something. They're presenting it in a way that we've never seen before. Like you said,
Fact.
this was like 20 to 30,000 black people there to like show up for like
Right.
investing. Like right,
Right.
like that's never been cool for us
Right.
ever in like in history. Like it was never cool.
Yeah.
It's never been cool to look into stocks and ETFs and all this shit. Like it's never been fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's never been presented to us in that way,
Right.
right? Like you said, we're talking about people who are coming out and having fun and telling jokes and coming out with 50 Cent coming out to his theme music and being childish as hell.
Right.
That boy 50 Cent is childish. Side note, that boy's a child,
Yeah.
but they're it's giving you everything that you would want, like just as
Right.
far as knowledge, just as far as entertainment. Like it's cool. Like it's not like to your point, DG, it's not like they're just going up and doing a
Yeah.
TED talk, right? They're not
Right.
just up there. They're did you know the silent claps,
Yeah.
like
A
like
couple woos, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. So we're talking about people who are actually like turning up, and you know, it's really cool to experience, man. And like I said, in Atlanta, like the mecca of black people, in the US, it was really cool to see all those people in that space and not being on no bullshit either. Like
Right.
everybody was there with intention, just trying to move and connect. And that was the dopest piece about it, man, because time and time again, I think when we hear about black people gathering and stuff, there's always some
Right.
bullshit that's always associated with it, man. And
Right.
so that's what I loved about it the most, is just like the fact that it was everybody there on no type of time except
Right.
to just like grow.
Right.
That's what everybody was there with, the intention is just to grow,
Right.
so um yeah, man. Like I said, I want to tip my hat to Earn Your Leisure, man, because what they did, what they're doing, is something that's revolutionary for
Right.
real.
Right.
So I love the experience in both places, in London and Atlanta. But I will definitely say like that what happened in Atlanta this past weekend was special.
It
Right.
was special, man. It was special, man. And I kind of want to piggyback off that, man. I think it was super cool in London to see like the different investment opportunities that's available over there. And I think they did
Right.
a really good job about having people out there that know that market. You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
to be honest, the only thing for me was a little bit of disconnect because I'm not out there,
Yeah.
right? I had
Right.
never really thought about investing out there, so that's the only disconnect. It's like some of the information I couldn't really apply it directly, right? Like it was good information, but I couldn't really
Apply.
apply it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In Atlanta, man, I think it's just it's everything that you can want if you go into it with the right mindset, right? Like if you go into it with I'm looking to learn and be inspired and connect. That's what I
Yes.
think that you kind of have to go into it with. But um, man, this time in Atlanta, I went last year by myself, but this time just having a team with me, having my people with me, all being inspired and just, I think the biggest difference for me between the two, um, the London one and the Atlanta one is the one in Atlanta has this huge vendor marketplace, and
Mm.
that's the sleeper pick
Yep.
Right.
for
Yep.
for this thing. Is like I stumbled on it last year. I wasn't even thinking about it, but I stumbled on it and I realized that's where the connections happen,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of the big speeches and stuff, it's just what you think it is. It's like it's entertaining, but you're just in a seat and you're watching. Maybe you're talking to the people around you, but in
Yeah.
that big vendor marketplace, it's 200. It's like 200 businesses in there, maybe more than that, and they all just lined up in this vendor marketplace and there's a bunch of people out there, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's really just you can connect with those types of businesses in every realm too. You know what I mean? They have
Mhm.
everything from, clothing lines to credit fixers to travel
Yeah.
businesses to
Yeah.
everything you could think of is really in there. You know what I
They
mean?
had double
AI
Dutchess in
companies.
there.
Right.
They had a double Dutch association. You know what
Really?
I'm saying? And you know, with black people, we get really creative with how we market. So you know, there's
Right.
a
Yeah.
bunch of there was this one thing I think they do something like I think I seen them last year. There was something like an ancestry type of business, ancestry.com type of business. But what they did was like the whole setup was like everybody was like dressed in like 1800s. This
Oh
full
wow.
like you know what I mean, and they were like playing like new age songs on the violin and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's just like black people, we're gonna find a way to be creative,
Oh
man.
yeah.
You know
Oh yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna find a
Yeah.
way, man. And then this year we got shit like um the All Money In team and the
Yeah, man.
marathon team coming out with the All Money In truck. That
Right.
shit just felt inspiring
Yeah.
just standing next to, just knowing that like this was in the Nipsey Hustle and Motivate video. This
Right.
Yeah.
Nipsey was in on this, hanging off the side of this bitch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
And it's just
Hmm.
like being that close to greatness just felt
Right.
like, man, you know what I mean? Anything's possible. It's
Right.
right
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah.
so to even add to that, this year they had that pitch competition, right?
Yeah.
So the pitch competition it was like $100,000 grant that they were offering for the business that pitched their business the best. They were going to get $100,000 grant from Earn Your Leisure, the Marathon team, and Microsoft. And
Yeah.
we had the opportunity to get selected to pitch this year. You know what I mean? So just the opportunities from things like this is just
Right.
untapped.
Yep.
It's
Facts.
untapped, man. But you kind of have to go into it with a mindset like, I'm going to make the best out of
Yeah.
this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And piggybacking off of that, I just wanted to tap in really quick. Us being a part of the pitch competition, I think changed the whole trajectory of our weekend, right? Because we
Right.
were going out there with all the intention to connect and
Right.
whatnot, but to move with a certain intention and knowing that we had the opportunity to possibly win $100,000 and just recognizing the competition that we were going up against and stuff like that, and just being able to connect with those people in that space, it changed. It changed, like I said, the trajectory of our entire weekend, and it set us up for success because regardless win or lose, we
Right.
won in our eyes. Like we
Facts.
got selected to come and pitch our company, you know, for the opportunity to win $100,000. But also beyond that, just the knowledge and feedback that we were able to get on our business, right? And the validation that we received, and just like people like letting us know that the concept that we came up with, they genuinely believe in, and they
Right.
see it going extremely far and whatnot. And so it was truly special, man. So shout out, to Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to the marathon team, the Neighborhood Knit Foundation, and then Microsoft, because that was a cool opportunity. The pitches were crazy,
Right.
right? And even being in the room that we were pitching in, and like some of the pitches that we were hearing, we were like, "Yo, that's dope!" Like things like a black-owned diaper company, right?
Oh
And
wow.
shout out to Uber, right? Like it's this black woman that came up with an Uber services for your pets. Like if you're at work and can't take your pet to like the vet or something like that, or like whatever the case may be, they handle those services for you. So it was just cool that like
Right.
people were doing these types of things, and just like hearing people's ideas and concepts was dope, man. So yeah, it was a hell of an experience, and I'm just glad we were able to be a part of it.
No,
What's
one thing I also learned just from being there, bro, it just makes it seem like all those your goals and dreams are more realistic because you see other people who are like you
Facts.
doing it, like damn man, if they it's not like it doesn't come from a place of like envy, it comes from a place of inspiration. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, Z can do that, like you're looking at him like I could do that too, and you're talking
Yeah.
to him. It just makes it more relatable. You're like, bro, I can do this. You're inspired. Now it's like if you don't have that drive and passion, now you want to grind harder. You want to
Yeah.
make that dream come to fruition because you believe it. It's like
Yeah.
manifestation. Like when you drive around those nice homes, like what I like to do during the summertime, and
Yeah,
you see,
bro.
and I'll just drive around. I see these people who live there, like they'll live in here. I can live here too if I really work hard. If I want to. If not, you're
Yeah.
not better than me. I'm
Facts.
bomber than them anyway.
He said, "I'm bomb."
I knew it was coming. I was waiting for
I,
the
I was.
I'm
We
like,
was waiting. We was waiting for the
I'm like, I
bomb.com.
look better than them anyway. Like, So it's just
Oh,
like
you
it's
would
just
side note, bro. You would have loved it. We drove through this neighborhood, honestly, by accident. We didn't even like
yo,
intend on driving, but fly ass homes, bro. Like
nah.
I know you would have been in there wilding. I started, I started pulling up homes on Zillow and shit. And I was like, what's funny is we drove by a couple homes, and I called it too. I was like, I bet that house is like 4 million. I pulled it up. It was like 3.85. I was
He
like,
hit
hey,
he hit
there
that
we
thing on
There
the
you
money.
go.
He hit that thing
like
on the
almost
money,
right on
bro.
the money, man. And the house
Right,
was fly too, bro. The house was
right,
fly. It had
right.
like 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms and
Yeah.
shit. And it was bro, that shit was fly. That shit was fly. I was like, yo, this is
Atlanta has
crazy.
beautiful homes, man.
Crazy, bro.
You just feel like you like your dream, and you like I can do this.
Hmm.
Just being around people who are like people who are like go getter. It makes you feel like man, I can do
Yeah,
this too, right? Because he's
yeah,
doing, you're inspired to do it. You're inspired to work harder.
yeah,
So it's just a good environment to be in overall, man.
yeah.
It's just a
And,
good
and
vibe to it.
even furthermore, bro, to piggyback off of that, what this weekend showed us is that not only like are our dreams attainable, we're honestly not that far from them too. Like,
Facts.
I think oftentimes we get caught up in that bigger picture, right? Of just like it just seems so far. But
Right.
what this weekend showed us is that we're really only maybe 1 or 2 steps away from where we really want to be.
Facts.
Um, Now, obviously, that like those 1 or 2 steps is going to take a lot of effort, right? Like
Facts.
a lot of hard work and a lot of connection and stuff like that. But honestly, some of the spaces that we were in this weekend, it was crazy. Like the people that we were able to network with this weekend, you would be like, what the heck was y'all doing in a room like that?
Right.
Like just people that we was around and shit, just like,
Facts.
but what it showed us is that not only do we deserve to be in those rooms, we fit in those rooms. Like
Facts.
our presence is felt in those rooms, right? Like it's not like we're just there to just be there, right?
Right.
Like it's not like we just had a ticket, right?
Right.
We're in there shaking and moving and shaking hands and meeting people, man, and just like they was like, it's almost like what y'all got going on over here, man. It's just like,
We're
hey, man, we
bomb.
just like we bomb, man. That's it. We bomb. That's it.
Can't give
It's
you too much more
obvious.
Like
outside of that. Like that.
you
What
know,
else you want from me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. It was just it was dope, man. It was like what this weekend showed us is it gave us all the validation that we needed,
Right.
man. It's just that we have great ideas. We have an amazing group of people around us. The way that we were able to move as a unit and as a team this weekend showed us that like we have the right people in the right places, right? And that where we want to be is not far from where we are
Right.
right now. And all it's gonna take is DD, you talk about it all the time, just 10 timing our effort that we're giving
Right.
right now, which,
Right.
you know, I think we're always constantly in that place of like feeling that you're doing so much but not enough at the same time.
Right.
But it's opportunities like this that is showing that like our efforts are not going to waste though.
Right.
Like we really doing some
Right.
shit.
Right. And that's kind of that's a great analogy that I'm thinking of, right? It's like, you have an axe and you're cutting down a tree, right? The more you hit, you're leaving a dent in that tree. But right, some people like, hit 3 or 4 times, then quit, right? But for us,
Hmm.
we keep hitting, keep hitting. It might not happen right away though, but and the day at that same pace, if you keep hitting that tree, eventually that tree is gonna fall. That's how I
Yeah,
believe when it comes to our goals
that's
and
it.
those things that we're trying to like get to. Yeah,
Hell
the
yeah.
den every day, man, the
That's a great, yeah.
consistency, the work.
That's
That
it, man.
We're
that
gonna
one
get there.
hit, just when you think
Well,
you getting tired, you tired of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's gonna be the one,
yeah.
man. And big
And
shout
shout
out
out
while
to
we on this point. I just wanted, everybody who's in here, but specifically right now, I wanted to shout out Hanifa and Moody, man. They
yeah,
was part of the team that we're talking about
yeah,
while we
man.
was out
hey,
there, and
that's
they
what's
was
up.
such good vibes. It's so important to have good vibes around you, people that just know how to move.
Yeah,
Even if you don't think that you know how to move in certain situations, just lean into the shit that you're naturally good at.
Right.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It was so dope
You know.
having, my cousin Hanifa. Big shout out to her, man.
That
Such a
shit.
good
Oh,
vibe.
hold on, real quick though. After this weekend, she Munifa. She not had even know.
Shout out to Boo Nifa,
Shout out
man.
to Munifa.
If you know, you know. You know what I mean?
Bonivo's out. Bonivo's out this
Boo Nifa.
weekend.
You know what I mean? If you know, man. But it was just it was so important to have good vibes around you, but people that was like really interested in not just being in there like with bad
Right.
attitudes or getting
Right.
bored or I'm ready to go. We all was like tapped into
Right.
the knowledge we was getting from
Yeah,
it, the people that we were connecting with, wanting to see each other win.
Right.
It was such a good like energy of that circle that people was coming up to us.
yeah,
some people, you could tell they just wanted to be a little part of what we had moving, just
Yeah.
energy wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so big shout out to them, man.
Oh,
And I
eh,
also real quick, while we're here though, I just want to also shout out to Jay Loren and Bree,
yep.
because
Yep.
y'all are two people we actually were talking about who we think would have been great to come,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
you know, Bree, you were definitely one of that I was really thinking of. I was like,
Yeah.
Bree, you would be shaking
She
and
she would have
moving
loved
in
that
here.
space.
You
She
would
would have
be,
loved being
you
there.
would have loved this shit, man. So we all going next year. Jay
We all
Loren,
going.
Jay Live, Diamond. I
Oh
don't care
yeah.
what y'all
Yeah.
start blocking off the end of August right now, because we going
We're gonna
30
be
deep
We
there.
next
going.
year, man. You
We
know what I mean?
going, man. Everybody going with us, man.
Next year we're
And
going deep.
shout out to Bunifa one more time because what was dope about this experience was like we all showed up and like P said, we all played our role, right? And like we were all moving as a well-oiled machine, but we all aligned in the sense of like we knew what we wanted. But what's the craziest thing is opportunities come when you least expect them, and I ain't gonna speak on it because like that's her blessing.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
her blessing. But I do want to say that when you present yourself in these spaces and around
Right.
these people, they notice your energy, and
Right.
the way that Bunifa was showing up in these spaces and the way that she was presenting herself, she got something dope in the works, man. And so, like I said, I'm not gonna speak on it. That's her blessing. But
Shout out to
it's dope
Bonifa.
when like I said, the biggest thing is just like those opportunities only present themselves if you're in there, if you're there,
Facts.
like, right? If you're
Facts.
in the space.
Facts.
And that's the thing is like luck is when, preparation meets opportunity, right?
Right.
That's all luck is. And so, we've been iron sharpens iron. We've been working at this shit for years, man, and bouncing ideas off of each other and just showing up in different spaces and just understanding like when I need to be a role player and when I need to be the front man, kind of thing. And
Facts.
like we all understand that, and at the end of the day, we all want to win, and we all want each other to win. And when that happens, man, like I said, people read those energies, and shit is just dope, man. And so she's got something dope in the works, man. And I'm really excited for where we all are. But yeah, man, like I said,
And
those
Moody, man,
opportunities.
and shout out to Vermilla, man.
She
Shout out to
famous now.
Vermilla. Moody. Shout out to
Moody's
Moody.
famous now. She
Moody went,
she was in there with everybody, man.
Moody went for 40 one of them days. Moody was in rare form. You know what I'm saying? Moody went for 40 points one of them days. Boy, I was like, you know what I mean? It was just super cool to just see, like, when you know how to move, just
Right.
changing what the room is changes what happens when you
Yeah,
move in it. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, if you're a mover, but the room that you're in is not really set up for you, then there's only so much you could do.
yep,
But when the room changes, everything changes, right? It's like
yeah,
the people that you're talking to is different. You know what I mean? It's so it was just super dope to be in those rooms and seeing everybody like shine like that.
mhm,
You know what I mean? Just naturally, man. That was such a dope thing, man. It was it
yeah.
was beautiful, man.
Yeah, but like I said, Moody's famous after this weekend. She got to pick
Come
with
on, man.
everybody this weekend. She famous now. I was like, bro, what? Like crazy. Just running into people at the airport on our way out. Like I was just like, bro, that's abundance, man. That's abundance at
Right.
its finest.
That's a
That was the theme
fact.
of this weekend is abundance, man. Abundance was the
Right.
Yeah.
theme of this weekend, bro.
Right. And that's one thing I want to say too, though. Just having the right people around you sometimes makes whatever event you are going to
Absolutely,
10 times better, right? Because the right
absolutely.
energy, right vibe, it just flow easily. No need to like the bickering back and forth. Things are just aligned, right? It just makes it so
Yeah,
much fun, bro. That's one thing for sure, man. Just having the
yeah,
right people around you too, and doing these things together
yeah,
makes it amazing.
yep,
That's a fact, man. So one thing I want to touch on is because we wanted to really have this episode to kind of like, tell people about InvestFest, but then we also wanted to talk about the ROI of like conferences and stuff. And,
yep,
we're specifically talking about this one. I actually talked to somebody while I was there that said they wasn't getting anything out of it.
yeah,
They was just like, this is cool, but I'm not coming back. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And you can kind
yeah,
of tell by the energy when I was talking to her. I could tell a little bit that it was kind of her fault. I could just
yeah,
tell.
Right.
You know what I mean? She
Right.
was putting out an energy that was like, well, I mean, I don't even want to be over here that much no more. So I know that, you know what I mean? You
yeah.
putting out an energy that people, you know what I mean? So um what should you go into like looking for at events like this, and how do y'all in y'all opinion, what do y'all think y'all could do to make the most of it?
Man, I would say just going with an open mind because, like we talked about
Hmm.
that earlier, right? I think most people go in there with the hope that their life is going to change
Yeah.
with that one event. It's not going to happen, man. That one event is not, sometimes magically you might meet the right person, you might pitch the right idea, it might transform your business, but in reality, it's not going to work that way. So just have an
Yeah.
open mind. Go there. It's like going to class, bro, to learn, to
Yeah.
network. I
Yeah.
think those conferences, the main focus is to learn, right? What is it that I can learn from here that I never knew before?
Hmm.
Cannot network with people that I never been able to network with. I
Yeah.
think just have an open mind, just going in there because one conference is not going to change your life. One TED talk is not going to change your life. Watching one video on YouTube, inspirational video, is not going to change your life. You got to be willing to do the work
Yeah.
consistently over
Yeah.
time. I think people are just like going there with the hope that, oh yeah, this should like magically change my mindset, right? If that doesn't happen right away, they're like, oh, they're discouraged. Like, I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to come here no more. But it doesn't always
Mhm.
work that way, man. Just go have an open mind, go in there and just try to like learn and network.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. And usually that's when I go to conferences, that's what I'm there for, to like learn something I never know. Or maybe if I knew something, like sharpen that idea, like have
Yeah.
get more resource network. I'm not going there in one
Mhm.
day that, oh, this is gonna like make me $1 million of that $250 ticket. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. If it does, that's
Yeah.
fine. But just have an open mind. Just go to learn, bro.
Yeah.
Just go there to learn. That's
Yeah.
always been my mindset when I listen to things.
Yeah. That's a bar, man.
Great
That
point.
I couldn't have said that better myself.
Fact. That's
Definitely
right.
having an open mind. I think going in with a plan too, I think is
Fact.
important. That's something that I actually think we could have been better at. Like I think we did go in with a plan, but like when I say plan, I mean like go in there with some structure, like treat it like a job, right? Like if you go to a job like from 9 to 5, right? Like treat structure your day like that, like like schedule, like they provide you typically at most conferences like a schedule of like who all the speakers are going to be, what events are going on and stuff like that. So plan your day around that and like set yourself up for success, right? Like from 9 a.m. to like 10 a.m. I'm gonna be doing this. From 11 a.m. to this time I'm gonna be doing this. All right, at 12 I'm gonna take my lunch, like. And I'm not saying you have to be like so structured and rigid to where it's just like you can't like pivot. Of course you want to pivot because like like there's opportunities that might present themselves and people that you might run into and they'd be like, oh man, like I got this going and that going, oh bet I'm out with you now, like kind of thing, like shit, you want to pull up, so I think, but being intentional and going in with a plan will get you really far, in those
Right.
spaces. Because like if you go in there like wandering just kind of aimlessly, it's just like, what are you really gonna get out of this? It's just like,
Right.
yeah, cool. Like like Pete was talking about earlier. I'm gonna go watch these people talk. I'm gonna go see 50 Cent talk, and like I'm gonna go watch Wyclef Jean talk and stuff like that, and whatnot. But what are you really gonna get out of that? So I
Right.
think if you're really looking to make the most of your opportunities and your experiences, definitely going with a plan and a schedule, and like I said, be willing to be open minded and to pivot along the way, but
Fact.
like go in there with intention for sure.
Right.
Yep. Now I agree, man. When we talk about making the most out of the situation, the people that I think we talked about it a little bit, but the people like if you just like I said, you just go there aimlessly and you just go there and you like I look at the whole schedule in the morning it's all the ones that you'll learn something specific and the late ones is just the big names. You got to know that sometimes when you're just going to the big name ones that it's going to be more for entertainment or inspiration, right? You're
Right.
inspired that you get to sit down and see 50 talk about what he's doing in Louisiana or Shreveport. You know what I mean? It's inspiring. You know what I mean? But you might not learn a bunch from that. So you got to understand like what each part of the situation is for. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So if I look at how I would even break it down is like the morning ones is for like learning specific things, right?
Yeah.
The
Right.
late ones is for inspiration. The vendor market is for you to connect, and
Right.
that's what I think that you should. That's the three pillars I think you should go for: is inspiration, education, and then to
Yeah.
connect.
Right.
And I think like what Z saying even further than that too is like actively connect, even if you a little bit awkward or whatever. You know what I mean? It's going to be a little bit awkward sometimes, but you know what I mean? It is. You're just talking to people that you don't know.
Yeah.
That might
Right.
not be your natural personality. But there's every different type of person in there, different types of
Right.
businesses. There's going to be businesses that you like in there, even if you don't plan on buying something, it's just, somebody with some essential oils in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go talk to them. Just,
Right.
how did you get into it? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Ask questions to the people that's around there, man. And a lot of times in places like that, they're just, you could get game
Right.
from anybody in there.
Right.
Because that's what we didn't talk about earlier too. When you start paying a higher amount for tickets, the people that are willing to pay that are on a different mindset already.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
if you're willing to pay
That's
250, 2,000, 20,000 to be in a conference, you already, anybody you talk to is trying to do something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
You're not paying 250 and you don't got nothing at all going on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So talking to anybody just because you don't know their face doesn't mean that you shouldn't talk to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's
Yeah.
another thing that I want to talk about. Me and Z talked about it. Attend the event outside of the main event too, right?
Right.
So there's
Yes.
Investfest, right? There's Investfest, but they partner with a lot of different things, and they had like little smaller events going on.
Yeah.
So there was this one little networking event that was on Thursday before the before Investfest even started. Me and Z went to. It was free. It was by Gusto, and they turned out to be like a company that it's kind of like I would think it's kind of like QuickBooks, but they provide you know payroll. They do
Right.
hiring for you. They handle
Mm.
operations. They do a
HR
lot of stuff like that.
services.
Right.
Yeah, they HR services for you. They can do that for you, and they offered 6 months free if just for
Right.
being there. They had like a little thing, but it was a free event, open bar, and then it was just a networking event, right?
Yeah.
Turns out we
Right.
meet a couple people in there that we see again at the festival. One of them
Right.
was like a photographer, videographer that turned out to be one of the main ones at Investfest.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So later
Yeah.
on during that day, we got to, connect back with him and chop it up. He remembered us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just
Right.
by talking. We wouldn't have known, but it's
Right.
just talking and meeting people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And the last piece I want to put on this, I know I'm being a little long-winded right
No,
now,
you're
but I
good.
gotta
No,
No,
you're
hit on
good,
good.
this
bro.
one. I gotta hit on this one because it's such a big piece. If you figure whatever the ticket price is of a conference, you want to make that worth it, right? So, one thing that we did, and I'm gonna give the sauce because we here, right? One thing that we did is we did interviews with people around the conference,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like kind of structured to what we were
Right.
doing. So we were asking people questions like, if you had, 3 places that you would travel to in the world, where would you go? We was just interviewing random people, like you know what I mean.
Right.
But the cool thing is some of these people that we've seen is like bigger financial influencers or just influencers in themselves. You know what I mean? And we were getting interviews with them, kind of talking about things related to our brand, and then we'd tell them about
Right.
the brand after we did the interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we got content with these different influencers that we're going to be able to use as promotion for our company. At the same
Right.
time,
Yep.
they
Right.
know about it. At the same time, when we post it, they're going to be in it. A lot of people like seeing their own face. They're
Right.
probably going to
Yep.
repost it for us.
Right.
If we reached out to one of these influencers and asked them to do a little commercial for us, it might cost $250 by itself.
Right.
Literally.
So just one of those interviews might be worth the price of the ticket already.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's a
Right.
big thing that we was thinking about this time is like,
That's
let's
dope.
let's
Right.
squeeze the
Make the
shit out
most
of
of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
make the
agree.
most out of all
Yeah.
this. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely, man. Like, to Pete's point, man, we probably would have had to pay some of them people for like
Oh
some of the
yeah.
people that we was talking to. We probably would have had to pay them for their time, But realistically, we were in that space and just, you're able to take advantage of those opportunities right then and there that you wouldn't have been able to otherwise. And that's the thing about it. Some other things to hit on, just as far as like how to set yourself up for success when you're going to like these conferences and business events too, is Pete kind of touched on this earlier, and DG, you touched on this, right? Being open
Right.
minded, but also go
Right.
with like minded people too. Don't go
Right.
by like if you don't have to go by yourself, go with people because when you move with other people, it brings out the best in you. You're more comfortable,
Right.
right? You're more comfortable because you're not by yourself. You can like you find it a little like bit easier to engage with other people because there's other people around you and like y'all are vibing and stuff like that. Bunifa was out here breaking the ice with everybody. Same thing with Moody, man. Bunifa and Moody, they was shaking and moving throughout them spaces, breaking the ice with everybody, man. And me and people just come in, with the mics, like just interviewing and stuff like that. It was cool, man. Like it's dope when like you have a team and when you can move with multiple people because
Right.
just like P said, he went to Investfest in Atlanta by himself last year. And I'm sure I didn't go, but like the experience was probably a lot different from like last year to this year because it's just when you move with people, especially people that you believe in, that like
Right.
you really fuck with, and like your vibes is always on 10 and stuff like that, like you can just shake and move through spaces way better than like you would be able to by yourself. And that's just being realistic, about it. I think also
Right.
being genuine in those spaces and just being authentically yourself is real too. Cause like people can tell when you faking something, right? So like,
Yeah.
Right.
so just genuinely
Feel
be
it.
yourself in those spaces. Like don't feel the need to like fake the funk, or try and be somebody else. Just show up
And,
as yourself, I think, is a big thing too. But
yeah.
lastly, the last thing I want to hit on is don't be afraid to promote your business, man. Like in those spaces, that's what everyone is there for. Like
Right.
I think oftentimes we get we're like scared to promote our brands and stuff like that, because it's just like, I'm not really sure how people are gonna take
Right.
this. And
Right.
when in that space, everyone's trying to do the exact same thing.
Right.
We're here to promote our business. We're here to grow. So don't
Right.
be afraid to do that.
Right.
Like we took the opportunity to make custom shirts for our business,
Right.
and we were literally walking billboards. Like as we were walking around and stuff like that, people were like, "Hey man, what y'all got going on over here?" Just based off of our shirts alone, like it's a brilliant marketing strategy, right?
Right.
So don't be afraid to promote your business, because that's what you're there for in the first place. And like people want to hear about your business, right? Everyone in there is asking, "Oh, what do you do? What do you do?" Like like because everybody wants to know what you got going on, because
Right.
everybody's up to something. You're not, to Pete's point, you're not just paying $250 to just be there horsing around. Like I'm
it.
just, shit. I'm just over here trying to look at the females, man. I'm just, hey man, hey, you see Lakeisha over there? She looking fire as fuck. Like like,
Hey,
ain't nobody in there just to be
hey,
doing that.
but your wife or husband might be at Investfest
They might
because
be there though.
True.
They might. I ain't
True.
gonna lie. I ain't
hey,
gonna
stop
lie. There's
playing, man. You gonna
there's
find
there's
if you gonna find her somewhere, man. It might.
you might find it there. I ain't gonna lie. There's a couple double takes I did. Oh shit! Like, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. They got a couple of them. They got a couple of them. But yeah, man. I think don't be afraid to promote your
Right.
business, man, because that's what everybody's there for.
Right.
So, yeah, I think those are the biggest things to just in order to set yourself up for success and really make it worthwhile. Do that shit.
Yeah, and I get one more to add. I would say, man, know thyself, man. I think Ramon touched on it a little bit earlier. Know thyself. If you're somebody who you're an introvert, you don't do well at big conferences. Maybe don't go there, right? Maybe try to like pay $250 to get a one-on-one coaching with one of those mentors that
Mhm.
might help you. That might be more beneficial for you than being at a big conference that you feel like, oh man, I don't fit in here because I don't know how to talk to people. So know who you
Yeah,
are and know thyself. And
yeah,
if it's not for you, do something small.
exactly.
or go or
Or
go with somebody.
Right,
Is that what you going
exactly,
with?
right,
Or go somebody
exactly.
that is an extrovert. You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
Right,
there's certain things that you realize in certain
right,
situations. I'm really good at having natural conversation, but I'm not really good at like cold going
right,
up to people. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
So then, but my
Go with
cousin and
Bonifa, Bonifa.
but
Go with
Bunifa, yeah,
Bunifa and Booty.
Bunifa
Bunifa,
and Booty was
Booty.
great at just breaking the ice. From there, I could flourish after it's broke. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
After the ice is
right.
broke,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Just
come
trying,
on, I'm backstroking in the water. At that point, let's get it.
trying to
You know what I'm
dunk,
saying?
trying to dribble.
Yeah, break fast through the middle just to see her smiling.
Motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's like I think like you
Right,
said, knowing thyself is big though. Like
right,
that,
Yeah.
but even then is I think you should try to test your
right.
limits too. Because
Like
Yeah.
Dave said, get out of your comfort zone, man. Get you places,
yeah,
man. Just get
yeah,
out there, man. It's uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
sometimes those situation helps you become better.
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah, man.
fact, man.
It's
And
facts, man.
And shout out to Ladoon, man. We met
Man.
this weekend, man. It's a funny story. He was actually one of the judges of the pitch contest that we was pitching, right?
Mhm.
So we pitched. They didn't, like it was a lot of businesses that ended up pitching. They didn't end up picking our business, but then we ran into him later at the festival, and he
Yeah.
just turned out being super cool. He told us he liked the concept. He was kind of just rocking with us, and then he invited us to like an event that we went to
Oh wow.
on Sunday night that was like a R&B
After party.
just
Yeah.
dinner. After it was like an
Yeah.
R&B dinner after party type thing after Investfest. And that room was just filled with just good vibes and people, that was like at the festival and stuff like that. And, ended up being, super cool with him and just the rooms around there was super dope. But little things like that is just like, just because it doesn't go one way doesn't mean
Right.
that it can't still go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look at it as a win if anything happens. If you learn anything more than
Right.
what you came with, if you met anybody more than what you knew before you got there, it's a win,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a win.
Mindset is everything. You know, we could have went in with their mentality like if we didn't win the 100K, it's just like, see, man, this is why we shouldn't have went. You know, because
Right.
Yeah, I
that's
knew
how
it was
some people
rigged. I
be,
knew it was
man.
rigged. You know what I'm saying?
Some people be like that, man. Like, see, we don't ever win shit. You know,
Right.
I
like
could have
it's
stayed
just
home
like,
for this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
like,
saying?
man, I should have saved my $250. You know, because that's just how some people be, right? Like,
Right.
some people really be navigating life like that and just be negative all the time, and you can't be around that, man.
Facts.
Like, you gotta be willing to, like to David's point earlier, you know, just getting out of your comfort zone, putting yourself out there, because at the end of the day you're getting that experience, right? You know, like this was our first time pitching our business, right? You know, like, and we learned a lot from that experience, and like how we can improve, and what exactly we need to be doing to like really put ourselves in the best position, and other resources and opportunities that are out there. Like, just because we didn't get this $100,000 grant
Right.
doesn't mean that we're not going to get another grant. You know, there could be
Facts.
another like $500,000 grant that we might end up getting. You know, you just never
Right.
know. Like, you know, it's just at the end of the day, you got to be willing to put yourself out there and take those leaps of faith, and yeah, just get out of your comfort zone, man, because that's really how you grow and how you elevate.
So I have a quick question for y'all this year, right? What areas of improvement you guys think that for Investfest this year? What areas that you think they could I improve this year?
That's a good question.
Could have improved
Yeah.
or did improve.
They could have improved this
Mhm.
year compared to the other one you've been to, or
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start with the already did improve because I went to the
Right.
one before, right?
Right.
So the what they did improve is I could tell they did a lot with like the sound. I remember last year the sound was like real echoey depending on where you were sitting. If you were close, it
Mm.
was good, but if you were far, you could almost not even hear the speaker. They did a lot of work on making that sound really good, no matter where you was at with that. I seen them talking about that too. I
Hmm.
think the vendor booth was like smoother and cleaner set up.
Yeah.
They had the food trucks in the front this time. They moved the festival from a different part of the building to a different one that was just closer to where you got dropped off at. There's little
Right.
things that the little things that I think that was really good on their side. The biggest change I could have done this year for sure was the logistics of the pitch competition.
Right.
And being that we were in it, we got to see what happened. And I see both sides of it, right? So what happened was there was a certain amount of businesses that they selected beforehand,
Right.
and they were going to allow a certain amount of walk-ups to come in after, right? But there were so many walk-ups that came up that they let a lot more walk-ups go
Mm.
Hmm.
than, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I get that they wanted everybody to get a chance, but then the people that was there for that, what I mean, still, it was a longer process for them. It was a longer process, I'm sure, for the judges. They had to
Right.
sit through hundreds of businesses, maybe, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think I get that it was their first time doing it, but that's definitely something that could have been
Yeah.
Right.
cleaned up for
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It was a little disorganized for sure. Like, it was
Right.
just it was a little chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. Just as far as the entire experience. To Pete's point, like, it was their first time doing it.
Right.
Right? So there's always things that you like can't necessarily prepare for until you're right there in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think hopefully if they continue doing it every year, like that, they'll make those improvements. Come the next year. Um, but to Pete's point, I think just doing right by the people who were selected, right? Like, and giving them like, and like just doing your due diligence and just ensuring that like everyone has an equal opportunity, right? Because if you go from like, and I'm just throwing numbers out there, if you go from like letting 100 people pitch to now like like 1,200,
Right.
that's a whole different scenario, right? Like, it's
Right.
just like, bro, we the judges at some point, the judges might get exhausted, the people like might not be able to pitch their best because they've been sitting there waiting for like hours, and it's just like, bro, like, even though you've been preparing and stuff, it's just like, man, like, you already feel defeated. So just making sure that you're doing your due diligence, and giving people like the best opportunity to set them up for success, I think, is an opportunity for improvement. I think another way that Earn Your Leisure can improve InvestFest moving forward is, I'm not sure how they would do it, but like setting up different verticals. I was actually having a conversation with a guy that we met at the Gusto event, who we had actually ended up running into multiple times after that too. He brought up a good idea of just like breaking it down like into verticals, right? So that like if I'm there to connect, like we're a travel
Right.
company, right? You know, if we're there trying to connect with like other people in the travel space, like if there's a way, like like I don't know if you have like certain color wristband or something like that,
Mm,
where you can
right.
identify what verticals people are in, like if someone's in real estate or if
Right.
someone's a restaurant owner or something like just a way that you can identify different people in different verticals so that
Right.
you're not necessarily like wasting, and not that any
Right.
of the time is wasted. Like obviously you want to network as much as possible, but like you can be a little bit more intentional when you
Facts.
know that people are in the same vertical that you're in, so that
Right.
it's just like, all right, cool, like I know that this person is also in travel, so let me go holler at them,
Right.
as opposed to having to ask 20 different people what it is that you
Right.
do, and then finding that person, oh, you do travel, but like I was looking
Right.
for somebody, kind of thing. So
No, I
I
agree.
think I think that is one way that they could improve. Is just I'm not sure exactly how they would go about doing the identification system, but
Facts.
it would just make your time
Facts.
more valuable, right?
Right.
Like you could just move with a little bit more intention. So I think that is a good way
Yeah.
that they could improve moving
Like
forward.
more like niche based,
Yeah,
like you're kind of like in the same niche. That makes sense.
because
I understand.
honestly, like there was a woman who was in the same business as you. That she gave us because they gave her an opportunity to shout out her business. She was like, yeah, like we serve the developmentally disabled and just like ensuring that they can lead regular lives too. And then like
Right.
when she said that, I was like, oh, DG, like that
Right.
was the first
Right.
thing that came to my mind.
Right. No, that's dope. Yeah.
Hmm.
One more thing too, I would add is like kind of bouncing off what Z was saying, maybe a map for that vendor marketplace.
Yeah,
Mm.
You know what I
facts.
mean? Just because, I think they had a list of what the businesses were on there, but even sometimes people's name doesn't really say what they do in it
Facts.
too, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So maybe if they even if they just took it in and was like, this is the business name and this is what they do next to it, and then they had a map of what that vendor place did, where you could just kind of look at that because there was a business that Vermella Moody was looking for. That basically what they do is they create these little bins that you can put your business website or whatever it is, and instead of
Right.
a QR code, you can just put it up to people's phones.
Nice.
They do keychains and stuff like
Right.
that. So somebody else that we had ran into got one from around there, but
Hmm.
then we were looking for that thing for like an hour. You know what I mean? Because we just didn't know what the number was. We didn't know what the
Right.
business name was on the thing. You know what I mean? A map wanted to just helped us kind of like navigate that a little bit differently. Like, you know what I mean? We were like, it's a big area over there. So we're going through looking and you know what I'm saying? Like maybe they do it, maybe not. That different AI company. But
Right.
so I think a map would be really good in that space.
Yeah.
And just want to double down on anybody who ever goes there. Make sure you spend some time in that vendor marketplace, even if
In
you
the
don't
vendor
plan on
marketplace.
buying something. You know what I
Right.
mean? There's a lot of knowledge in there. You're probably gonna get some free shit walking around there. To be honest, people are wanting to reel you in with different things. You're gonna get some free shit walking around there probably. So,
Yeah.
spend some time on that part.
Yeah. And shout out to Paul one time. I know he was asking like if he could get a recap. We just talking about Investfest and the return on investment for business conferences and events. But let's see. We got some people in here who were in here earlier. I want to see the question that we were talking about. I'm gonna post it again. Is for the people who didn't get to answer, what would you rather spend $250 on? Would you rather spend it on a concert ticket for one of your favorite artists, a date, a conference, or a flight? Because not everybody answered that question. So
A date with a baddie, your favorite crush.
And it's at the high levels too, right? It's a concert with your favorite artist. It's a flight to you probably not gonna get overseas.
Right.
You might be able to get to Jamaica or I'm saying, depending on if you find the right, you know what I mean? You might be able to get somewhere on a flight, for
They'll take you to
250.
Haiti, bro. They'll take you to Haiti with 250. He not going to Jamaica, bro. He gonna go to
I think you
Haiti.
get to Dominican Republic for 250, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you might,
You know what I mean?
At
yeah,
the
facts.
airport, bro. You're just gonna get out of the airport. They're not gonna let you in.
We need 20
Your little ass
extra dollars
boy.
before you do anything.
Hola, amigo. Yo necesito 20
Good
dólares.
facts. Facts.
Oh man.
Man.
Oh damn. I was there a day conference fly. Like I said, man, I was with the conference, but now after you got thought about it, man, I kind of want to switch my answer, but I think I might have to like stick with it a little bit. But like, yeah,
I'm not mad at that.
yeah.
I'm not mad at that, man.
It,
At this
but
point in
however,
life,
Right. It depends on the
Yeah.
type of conference, though. Let's say if it's like let's see if I had to go to a Kendrick concert or who, let's see what type of conference. Damn, a, the Kendrick concert, Chris Brown concert, or like a conference about maybe things I'm not really interested in. I'm going to the concert. I'm going to the
Yeah,
concert. So it has to be
yeah,
a conference that I really care about, right? I think that I believe
yeah.
that if me being there is going to be beneficial overall for me. So
Hmm.
yeah.
That's
All right, so I'm gonna hit you with this then, DG. Would you rather go to Investfest 2025, a Chris Brown concert?
No,
Uh,
Investfest 2025 for sure.
Boom. All right, we
Yeah,
there.
because let me go to Chris Brown concert right now, man. I'm not really gonna like get a whole lot from it, right? Just for leisure, for fun. So I believe Investfest right now, at this point in my life, right? Currently, what I'm seeking is gonna be more benefit for me because I can network with people who are
Yeah,
like can like inspire me or like put me on position network that can like take my business or whatever I'm doing to the next level. Chris Brown concert is not gonna do that. I'm gonna like it's like more of like a liability, right? It's not. I feel like investments to me is like an asset, right? Because I believe there's a return. Chris Brown concert or whatever concert to me is like a liability, right? Because I'm not really getting anything. I mean, out of it, kind of like just based on where I'm at in my life
yeah,
right now. Just so for that reason, I'll pick Investfest over that any day for now.
yeah.
you're not taking that
Facts.
$1,000 picture with him.
Facts. Facts.
No,
Nah,
bro.
I'm
I
not
don't
doing that.
know.
I'm
No,
not
no,
doing that.
not anyone, bro. No one's getting my time out to take pictures. I don't care, man. No, no,
Did y'all see the
no.
did y'all see the recent picture of a dude who paid $1,000 to do the picture with Chris Brown? And
Which one?
you could tell he swings that way. You know, like you can
Oh,
tell
the
he's
yeah,
I
and the
did.
you know
picture
that
they
back.
took, and
They got the
you could
back to
tell
back. They got the back to
you
back
could tell
joints.
you could tell he was mad as shit that he paid $1,000 for.
Nah,
This is
bro. I'm not.
that's not what he had in
Nah,
mind, man. You know
that's
what I
not
mean?
what he had.
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted Chris Brown holding his ass up just
Yeah,
like
I'm not. I'm not even paying $1,000 to take a picture of Beyonce. I'm not like no. I'm not paying $1,000 right now.
nah.
And nah, I'm not to take
There
a picture of Beyonce.
there's no
No.
person on this planet that I'm paying $1,000 to take a picture with.
Yeah, no.
There's
I'm
not
not.
a
I'm
single
not
person
doing
on
it.
this
But
planet.
there's multiple people I pay $1,000 to sit
Right.
down with.
Hell,
You know what I'm saying?
Fact. Yeah.
You
hell
know what I
yeah.
mean? So
Just picture, bro. What am I gonna do with picture? Post it on social media. Like I take a picture. Like what's that gonna do for me? I'm way too old for that.
Bree, so
Shout
Bree,
out to Tanisha.
yeah, Bree said a
Bree said a
conference.
conference. Tanisha said a flight. She said I'll pay whatever extra to get to Costa Rica.
She paying. She paying. She gonna pay that difference,
Yeah.
man.
Costa Rica is dope, man. Some of my places like
Hold
places
on.
I want to like visit.
I'm finna look up a round trip to Costa Rica right now. Let's see what that hit for.
You
Yeah,
might get that. You might mess around and get you. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Two
I
seventy three. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man. Yeah, for me, yeah. Conference number one. Uh, whew, maybe concert is number two. Date number three, and then flight right now. Cause yeah, like. Now,
And to
where I
be
want to
honest, bro.
go,
To be
go
honest,
ahead, bro.
I might move it because if it's something like Investfest, bro, I'm not really getting somewhere for 250 for that same experience.
Right,
So I might have
Yeah,
to move it
agreed.
depending on what the conference is. I might move conference into that one spot over the flight because the flight, if I want to just pay, like if I want to pay something like more and just go to another place, I
right,
will. I just do that.
Hmm.
But for
right,
250, there's no place I'm getting for 250 that
right.
I'm
That's what
getting
I'm
the
thinking.
same.
Like, where am I gonna go for
You
two
right.
fifty right now? Like,
Yeah.
where?
I think I'm switching
Wyoming?
my answer too.
Wyoming?
Yeah.
Utah?
I think I might agree with because that's just getting me there, right? I'm gonna spend
Right.
I'm gonna spend probably
Yeah.
like another rack,
You ain't even
maybe more than that.
you ain't even got your hotel yet.
Yeah.
Not
You
even
know what I'm saying?
Uber. You gotta pay for your baggage too, because $250 is not just gonna give you your baggage and all that. You gotta, especially Frontier. They charge for everything.
Everything,
They
man.
charge for water. They charge to use the
Facts.
restroom. On the flight the
Facts.
last year, I was like, I gotta use the bathroom. They were like, you gotta pay extra $5. I'm like,
And
no,
there,
no,
Yeah.
there,
no.
there, ain't, there ain't no way there ain't no way I'm ever flying Spirit or Frontier again, man.
Yeah.
Ain't
Like
no
you gotta
way.
pay, you
Ain't no
gotta pay
way.
extra $5 to use the bathroom. I was like, what?
And shout out to Tanny. Tanisha was almost right on. She said it'd be about 500 to 600, 370. It's actually like 359 is the cheapest, but that's
Right.
also like a long ass flight, but it'd be around like 500. So she almost hit that right on the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
The
Yeah.
carry on bag, nah, the carry on bag ain't
yeah.
free.
Nah,
Not on
she
us.
got the hookup. She's saying she got the hookup. You know what I'm
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
saying?
She got the hookup. I'm like,
Not
what?
not
Since when? I'm like, nah. She got the
Yeah,
my
man.
plug,
king.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not flying Frontier no more, bro. They charge for
bro.
everything, man. Even to check
yeah.
in at the airport, they're like, you have to pay $25 to check in. I was like, what I can do on my phone? You know that, right? You're like,
They're
yeah,
crazy.
but you have to like,
Oh, hell yeah. I'm glad that Bunifa brought this up. We finna ask this question, right? So this is the question. We was having a debate on this literally all weekend, bro. All
You
right,
just
so
happy
I'm
because you
glad.
got you just happy because you know Diamond's gonna be on your
I know
side, bro.
Diamond's on my side. All right, so, so DG, man.
let me
All right, so
hear it.
here's the situation, right?
Right,
You got $40 million in the bank.
right,
In the bank. Like I'm not talking about like your worth like asset. Like you got $40 million in your bank account.
right,
You gotta go to so you gotta be somewhere
right.
tomorrow. And private jet is not an option.
Okay,
The, the flight only has two seats available.
right.
There's a first class seat that's $56,000, or there's a coach seat that's $2,000.
First
Which
class,
one you going with?
first class,
Thank
easy.
you.
Don't
Let's go.
say thank you like that. I
Is it
knew
not
you.
that
We knew
hard?
Go.
that. We
Let's
knew he was gonna
go.
say that. Like
Let's
he
No,
said
go.
thank. He said
no,
thank you.
That's what
bro.
I'm talking about.
Like, why would I like want to spend like 2K when I can have comfort in
You see
all
what
staying and have way
I'm saying?
more? And,
And
like,
it's
no,
and it's like a 13-hour flight. Like
yeah, like,
I, bro, first class all day. Shout out to
yeah,
Tanisha, man. Tanisha was on our side too, man.
yeah,
Tanisha, a real one. I'm like, bro,
yeah.
$40
I,
million. I'm never flying coach
right.
again,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
literally, never again.
Yeah.
I'm never flying anything
Yeah.
below business
Oh
class,
yeah. I'm first class easy,
ever,
bro.
Well, if
First class easy. I'm
ever,
not.
bro.
if somebody tried to charge me 56 bands for one flight, I would feel so played, bro. I feel disrespected. Like you playing in my. I think Hanifa said Bunifa said this. Y'all playing in my face. Y'all are playing in my
Bro, I don't
face.
care. I got the
56
seat.
Yeah.
that you see, I took one picture at Investfest. Now you trying to charge me $56,000. What the
Right.
fuck is we doing, man?
Yeah.
What are
I
we
mean,
doing?
I'm doing it. It's like a club you really want to get in. Like, man, if you want to stay in line, you like pay $1,000 to like get in line. If I worth that money, I'm paying it. I'm not gonna wait in line to like sit pay $20 when I can pay to get in,
Yeah, bro.
quicker.
There's a lot of things that I would do for
I
56,000 with 40 million that I would not think twice. But 56,000 for one flight, bro, for
yeah.
one
Bro,
flight,
okay, so
that's
so to also put this further into perspective,
Right.
if you worth 40 million,
Yeah.
bro, you got to know that you've only been flying first class
Right.
and
Right.
or private. So like, why would you go with coach now?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
ain't
because they
no way,
because
bro.
they playing in my face.
Like a
Nah,
13
bro,
They
a
bro,
13
playing in my
hour flight
face.
though,
bro,
13
stop it.
hour flight. If it's like a 1 hour flight, then yeah, but like a 13-hour flight, bro, no, I'm not. If it's like an
There's
hour
no
flight
way,
to
bro.
Miami, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just getting coach for like 13 hours, bro. Nah,
That's
man.
a
They playing in my
long ass
face,
flight, bro. That is a long ass flight,
and
and
that's a lot of
you
money.
got to understand.
Right.
First,
But you
bro,
got
that's
40
not a lot of money.
mil. It's
I
not
got
you
$40
got
million.
40
That's not
mil.
a lot of money to me.
Yeah, you got
That's
40
not right
mil.
now. $56,000 is a lot of money,
Facts.
but $40 million Z.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not a lot of money.
yeah,
I'd be like, bro,
56,000 to me is always going to be a lot of money because what you can do with it.
yeah.
That's how I
stop it,
look at it.
stop it.
What you can do with $56,000 is gonna always be a lot. You think 56,000 can change somebody's life?
I mean, facts.
It could change someone. Yeah,
I told
absolutely.
$5 will never be a lot of money because it will never really
I
change
mean,
somebody's life.
I
But
mean, to some people in
56,000 can
Africa, $5 could
completely.
be a lot.
Nah, it won't
People in
change their
Africa,
life,
I
Yeah,
bro.
mean, it
bro.
It
could
might
change their
change. You
life.
change
No,
their day. You
no,
change their
right,
day.
but
You know
it's a
what I'm
lot. That's what I'm
saying?
saying. It's a lot. It's a lot. But like, damn, I mean, yeah, I'm paying 56, bro.
Bro,
Like, yeah, I'm not.
56,000, you could change.
bro, I'm telling
We
you,
even
man.
talked about, bro, for 56,000. If it's 2,000, I could take 26 people with me on that flight for the same
No, you
56,000.
can't.
What I'm saying.
No, you can't because they
Yeah,
only got two
it's only
seats.
two seats.
No, you said there
They
was.
only
You
got two
changed it. You
seats.
changed it. You said there was 15 open seats before that. You trying to change it now. But
All
for
right,
that
well,
same
you
50,
only
the point is what I'm saying is what you could do with
And the
56,000
next
is it
flight is like
makes it a lot.
if you don't book that flight, the
No,
next flight is
nah,
gonna
he's
be like 8 days later.
I know he's gonna make this shit
let's
worse, man.
go.
Nah,
Let's
okay.
go.
Well,
Shout
if
out
you
to the
want,
rich friends. Hey, shout out to DG, my fellow rich friend. We the rich friends over here,
if you
baby.
playing that, let's say you are 56,000, but let's say You know what I mean? There's only one seat left, and they ran out of the good food. So y'all eating the
Nah,
regular
bro,
food.
that's not how
Yeah.
it works, bro.
If
That,
you
but
if
he
you
tried to
They
say
change it to say
they
3 days
they
later.
cannot they
but
can't run out of
right,
good food in first class, bro.
right, yeah,
They can't do that.
bro.
They can't do that.
Anything
For me, it's like 56K
possible.
is a lot. 56K is a lot. But if I'm worth 50 mil, bro, if I want to get to somewhere, like 56K is not really gonna stop me based on how much I work, right? I feel like even like from a business standpoint, it makes more sense to do that, right? Because at the end of the day, like tax write-off, that could be business expense. I'm still gonna get that money back anyway,
Exactly.
you know. So it's
We
like
getting off at the same time though. We on the
it
same
don't
flight.
matter if I'm
It don't
comfortable, bro.
matter, bro.
Bro, you gonna be like me when I just first had my surgery. You're not gonna be able to walk. Your legs gonna be
And
done.
I
furthermore,
didn't took that flight. I didn't took that
and,
flight, man. I
and
just stretched it. I had to do an extra little
nah,
extra stretching when I got off. I took a
nah.
14-hour flight before. I was good.
And
I survived.
furthermore,
Right,
I
furthermore,
survived.
to the whole point of this episode, in first class, especially on a 13-hour flight, the type of people who are probably in first class are the
right,
people that you want to be networking with anyways. The person
right,
that's in first class
Maybe
on a
right.
it's gonna be
if we put
you. It's gonna be you,
If
Trump.
no, if there,
nah, hell no, don't try to put that shit on. Hell no. Fuck Donald Trump. I tell
that's
him to
you,
his
man.
face, fuck you.
Not for
I would tell him to his
Hey,
face.
look.
just because
If
you
you
got money don't mean you ain't racist, though. Is what
right,
I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it, but those are the type of, I guarantee you, there's somebody in that first class that you want to
right,
network with,
right.
that you want to
There's
have a
If you're
somebody
paying that
there,
conversation.
amount,
I
but that don't
guarantee you,
mean
I
there's
guarantee
somebody
you,
there,
bro.
but it might not be the
I
one right next to
guarantee
you. Is
you.
what I'm saying.
I
bro, I
guarantee
feel like with
you.
56K, man, if I'm worth 40 mil, that's not a no brainer, bro. I'm doing it. Like, what's 56K to 40 mil net worth? Just cash in the bank,
Mhm.
like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
doing
bro.
it.
I'm DG
We
man.
gonna have to
Shout out to my fellow rich friend, man. Shout out to DG man, because
maybe
like I said,
maybe we'll revisit the conversation when we sitting on 40 minutes. Maybe I do change, but right now
You would
bro,
change,
I'm
bro. You
telling
would
you,
change.
bro. If
If we
with
all
40 M's in
rolling,
the bank, we've been flying private in first class this whole time.
and that's
I guarantee you,
how I
there's
know
not.
they playing in my face. Like, fam, this is a $10,000
But
ticket
they
you're
only
trying to
got
sell
two
me
seats left.
for
I got two
56,000,
left,
bro.
bro.
We not doing this.
Yeah,
We not. Let me talk
Just
to
like
somebody's
Tanisha
manager.
said.
If I'm 40 million, I got to be on some type of status where y'all are playing in my face right now. I book with y'all all the fucking time. I'm
That's
40
not the
million.
option.
I always book first.
That's not the option.
It's me. It's
That's
me.
not the option.
It's me,
That's not the
baby.
ask
option.
him.
They said,
Ask him.
sir, you
It's
got Karen, in your face, sir. It's still $56,000.
it's me, baby.
I'm paying.
It's the same me
I'm
that
paying for comfort, man.
paid
Because that.
10,000 last week.
Yeah,
Stop playing with me.
And shout out to Tanisha, man,
yeah,
because she said you'll make it. I'm saying, like, my investments
right.
alone are going to make me that $56,000 back by the end of the week. By the end of the week.
That would be
Oh man.
Rachel. No,
Nah,
because I can just make one play and I can make that 54K back in like a day, man. If I'm worth 40
literally.
mil, like yeah, like it doesn't matter. I can make that.
I can make that $56,000 back in like a 2% play.
I'll be on the
Like literally
fly.
2%.
I'll be on the fly and make that money back. I'll be on the fly and make that money back.
I'll be day trading on the flight, like, all right, bet. I just made that shit back.
Make that right back,
Y'all want to
bro.
play
Like,
Yeah.
in my face? I just made $128,000. So I don't know, get out my
Maybe,
face a couple of times.
or you might have lost it. You know, options goes both
I hope you
ways.
guys sit next to a kid who just crying all night, right behind you on coach, like just crying all day, bro. So you don't get good sleep. So when you get
See,
there,
y'all
your eyes
haters,
are all
man.
red,
Y'all
Yeah,
haters,
you're all
man.
tired.
Y'all haters, man.
yeah.
And they're gonna give you the last. They're gonna give you the last seat in first class because it's the last one. It's gonna be right there next to coach, and there's gonna be the same crying baby that we listen
Nah,
to. You're gonna be
nah,
hearing that motherfucker too.
bro.
Nah.
We were talking about like first class, like all the amenities and all that, like those comfortable seats that
You
you can
got like
lie
we
down.
talk about like a full
That don't mean
size
you can't hear
bed.
that kid.
We
That
talking
don't
about like
mean
a
you can't
full
hear that baby.
size bed. Bro, they
That-
give you, do you understand in first class they give you the little like noise cancellation shit so you can't hear shit, bro.
I got
I'm
$40
laying in
million in the bank. I
I'm
could bring
laying
my own.
in my bed, bro. I'm laying in my bed with
Right,
them earmuffs on, bro. With the damn like $2,000 slippers on my
right,
feet,
right.
taking a fucking wealthy ass nap. I'm taking a wealthy ass nap is what I'm doing.
Well, we gonna be so well rested, Ramon. We gonna be like, damn, like y'all on the same flight. We're like, yeah, bro. That's why you
I'm
get
gonna
the
take a
paycheck.
melatonin and be knocked the fuck out
Exactly.
and go.
Just like Tanisha said, it's a separate section. I'm telling you, bro, that them 13-hour first class
Right,
flights are different, bro. You have like a whole bed. Like
right,
you almost have like a goddamn
right.
condominium in that bitch. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm gonna be
bro.
like,
I'm seeing,
you let them people play in your face, man.
bro. Like bill
bro.
worth
I got it. I
40K.
don't care.
Yeah, bill worth
You let
40K,
them people.
man. I
That's
feel
a.
like just
I'm
like,
just like Mooney said. I'm taking a wealthy ass nap. You see what I'm saying? I'm
bro,
taking a wealthy ass nap.
listen to this, right? Remember back in college, bro, there were certain things we couldn't do, like we're doing right now, and
Yeah.
we don't even think about it. That's how it feels when you're at 40 mil, bro, because there are some things I'm doing right now, like I couldn't even do that in college. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna spend
Bro,
that on
but at
what?
the same time,
How?
okay, look. So at the same time, yes, right. Like I'm never, and when I'm in college, I'm never paying 20 to get in the club, right? We went to this little spot in Atlanta. We went to this spot in Atlanta, and they tried to hit us for the 20 piece while we went there, and you could see that it wasn't that popping. It's because I didn't pay the 20 because I was like, nah, it's still not. It's not like I ain't got $20, but
Right.
for this experience, it's not enough for me to pay it.
It's
So,
Is my piece,
worth the
right?
experience for me to
For
take a
you,
wealthy ass nap.
right,
it's I
That's
think
worth
that's
the
the
right,
difference.
experience.
right.
If it's worth 56,000 for you,
Yeah,
so be it,
right.
bro. But
You're paying for
I'm gonna
comfort,
be on the
bro.
Yeah,
same flight. I'm gonna be on the same flight,
yeah.
fellas. We're gonna
Hey,
get there at the
hey,
same
hey.
time.
At that
Yeah,
price
you know what I'm saying?
bracket, bro, 54K don't mean a lot, man. At that
We're gonna
40
watch the
mil.
same movies.
No,
We
you're
watching the
not.
same movies.
No,
We're
No,
you're
gonna
you're
get
not,
off.
not.
bro.
We're gonna get off,
We
and
got
we're
we got
gonna. You know
live
what I'm saying?
entertainment up there, bro. Like fuck the
Yeah,
movies, bro. I got
yeah.
live
What you watching
entertainment
on
in my
live? What
face.
you watching on live TV, man?
Don't worry about it. 3D, get the 3D glasses.
Y'all,
Don't worry about it.
Bro, I pay 56. I got strippers up there with me. I got live entertainment, bro. I got live entertainment. You can't have that. You can't have that back there, coach.
I'm
I
coming
got
to.
the.
If you guys, I'm coming to see what's going on up
I
there.
no, you not. No, I'm gonna keep his broke ass back there. Nah, you stay back there with your broke ass. You stay back there.
Nah, I'm at least peeking. Like, what's going? Hold up, what
See,
they doing?
they're gonna be soul train, soul plane. Nah, yeah.
In
I'm doing it,
13
man.
hours, we will be in the same place, brother.
I'm up there in first class. I'm sitting there with Candy in heaven next to me, and they shaking ass. They throwing ass. What you mean?
Easy, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
paying that $56,000
Yeah,
for that seat, bro. 13-hour flight, hell yeah, bro.
right, yeah.
Hell yeah. If I got 40 M's in the bank, bro, stop it. Stop
Especially
it,
on
bro.
Frontier too, like those little ass
We
flights,
not going
coach be having those 10
on
M's.
Frontier, bro. You trying to always add shit. You trying to Frontier don't go overseas, bro. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with you, bro. You said special. You put me on Frontier just because.
In the back, bro, right next
Nah,
to.
you're not fucking. Well, I'm not doing that. We're not
Yeah,
doing that, man.
yeah,
2,000. I don't.
yeah.
Have you? How? All right. So, what's the most y'all ever spent on a flight?
I mean, like
Uh,
One
right
flight.
now, damn, I feel like that was my trip to Europe though. Like like
it was probably like the most I spent on a flight was probably like 2 racks.
yeah,
About two,
Yeah,
right?
like 2 racks.
yeah.
So you can pretty much get wherever you want to get in the world for about 2,000. So that
But
2,000 flight, you know what
but
I'm saying?
But
now,
And those you know those flights are different than domestic flights. You know, y'all took them.
and that's what I'm
The two
saying. Like you're gonna be uncomfortable. Like at some point, bro, after like 3 4 hours, you're like, all right, fuck it, man. I need to like stand. Like that shit gets regardless of how much,
yeah,
regardless if you
bro.
get that extra 6 inches of space or not, bro. Like I'm telling you, that shit is
hey,
just like
check this out.
I don't like being on planes like that.
Right,
Anyway, so it's just like
Have y'all ever taken a class flight overseas yet?
not
not
yet,
not overseas,
not
not
yet.
Y'all don't even
overseas.
know if it's
Well,
that much more
actually,
comfortable or not. You don't
well,
know.
Oh,
Man,
yeah,
it probably is, right? It probably is, right? But
I seen
you
some
don't
no, it
know
is,
though.
videos.
bro. It
I
is,
What if you
seen
sit
bro.
in that bed? What if you sit in that bitch and like that was not worth
that
56,000, bro? Like,
all the people I
Bro,
talked to, they're like, it's good.
have you seen them pictures and videos
Yeah,
of have you?
hey
Okay,
man,
so like if we're talking about like a 13, we'd probably be flying like something like Turkish Airlines. Have you seen Turkish Airlines?
oh yeah, it's
Bro,
amazing, man.
Turkish Airlines might be one of the best like products that's out there on the market. Have you seen that first class, bro? I've
Qatar.
seen
I
like
seen
pictures and videos of it.
Yeah, I
Qatar
think
That
Airlines
Qatar.
is
shit is
fire.
crazy,
Yeah, I
bro.
think
Like that
Qatar.
shit,
Yeah,
like there's no way that me as a 40 millionaire, bro, is gonna be
yeah,
like this
yeah,
$56,000 flight was not worth
But
it,
yeah.
bro.
to
There's no
be
way I'm gonna
fair,
be there.
if we're taking Turkish Airlines, right, they're first class, then I got to be on that same flight.
Mhm.
So the Turkish Airlines is going to be better than whatever lower
Yeah,
airline. So if it's what I'm saying. So if you're taking that same flight, it's even their coach is going to be better than a regular coach.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
I
But
mean, I,
the coach in first class is an entirely
Yeah,
different experience, though. It might be better than your average coach, but it's still
right.
not first class, bro. Like first,
Yeah,
the very the level of difference between first class and
right,
coach is drastic.
right.
It's
I'm
different, bro. It's different.
I'm
Yeah,
taking I'm taking coach there because they tried to play on my face, and I'm taking first class back.
No,
That's what I'm doing.
because you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be like, damn, I
Taking
should have been
first
up
class
there with y'all. And I'm gonna
back.
be like,
Stop playing. Stop
you're gonna
playing,
be like,
bro.
yeah, with your broke ass.
Nah,
With your broke
yeah,
ass.
they gonna charge us all 7,000 when we come back for first class. Y'all gonna be like, these motherfuckers
it's
charged me
cool.
an extra 50,000 on the way
It
here.
don't
What the fuck
matter,
is we
bro.
doing?
Like
Yeah,
I got $40 million in the bank. I don't
yeah,
care.
it's cool. Yeah, bro.
I
You're
don't
That's
not gonna play.
care.
You're not gonna.
yeah. At a
I don't care.
certain level, you don't care, man. I just believe at
I
a certain level, you
don't
don't
care,
care,
bro.
bro.
I'm at a certain level. To your point,
Right,
DG, you're gonna pay for convenience and
right,
comfort every time because
right,
you have it. You have
right,
the ability to do it, bro. Like
right,
that's just when you have that kind of level of access, bro. It's just like what am I doing? Like
right.
why,
My coach section is
bro?
gonna be
40
so lit.
40 40
I'm
million
bringing
dollar meetings.
Bunifa. I'm bringing Bunifa. I'm bringing Moody. I'm bringing
No,
All,
you're not.
Bree J. Loren.
okay,
What's up?
so
I'm
here's
bringing
my question.
David. I'm
Here's
bringing
my question.
David.
Nah, if I got 40
I'm bringing
40
everybody
M's.
else. Everybody in the comments, man. When we get 40 million apiece, I'm bringing y'all. They gonna be in first class, being selfish. I'm bringing all y'all with me, man. What's happening?
But because my thing is like, why would they not have 40 M's too? Like,
Right.
what? Like those people, like, they should. All y'all got y'all's own 40 M's. You
Yeah,
didn't want to pay for it though.
yeah. You just don't want
So
to
no,
pay
I'm not
for it.
paying for your flight because you didn't want to use your money. I'm using my money to be in first class.
Right.
Y'all
Yeah.
sitting there back there like, oh,
Just because you
bro.
got 40 million don't mean all your friends is gonna have 40 million out the
But
gate,
all the
bro.
people you
Like, you know what I'm
just
saying?
named, all the people
Yeah.
you just named, will.
Right.
But
We will.
you're gonna start going down that road, and not all of them's gonna have it. There's gonna be a couple more
I
people
mean,
that,
then
you know what I
that's
mean?
different, right? I mean, if they all don't have it, then that way I can like look up for them, right? But I'm just assuming we all have it. You got 40 mil, I got 40 mil, Z got 40 mil. We're going like,
Yeah,
like I feel like at that level, man, I'm gonna pay more for experience, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be able to take all that money with me, right? Because like we're not the type of people who just overspend. It's not like we're just gonna be buying all this shit and then we're gonna go broke, right? I feel like with the financial knowledge we have right now, we're gonna be set for life. We're good.
life
We're
for
good.
life,
Our
bro.
our kids gonna be good. So right now it's just about us just having some experiences, man. You're gonna be the type of dude who'll go overseas and you probably want to get a cheap Airbnb. Like, we're gonna be on the villa. You're gonna get like, I'm just gonna get my little
Nah,
room.
nah. I would pay for a player as like for 56,000.
So why
Think
would
what
you
you could
take coach to that player ass spot, bro? You're not doing it. You're
because
not
it's
doing it. Stop it. You
because
are
it's
not doing that.
because it's 13
Stop
hours
it.
and they're
Bro, you're
playing in
not
my
gonna
face.
spend, you're not gonna pay $12,000 for the stay and then not fly first class there, bro. Stop
I
it.
promise.
Get out my face.
I promise
You
you I am.
playing in my
I
face. You
promise you
playing
I
in my
am.
face.
I'm
You
about to be in
playing
the
in my face,
penthouse when I
bro.
get down
You
there.
playing in my face. You playing in our faces now. That's what you do. You're not gonna play. You're not gonna pay $12,000 for the villa, bro, and then want to spend two thousand
We
dollars
gonna
on the coach ticket, bro.
we
all right,
Like,
getting
all right,
there
stop
at
it.
the same time and going
Stop it,
to the
bro.
same hotel.
all right.
We like we
Stop
are.
it.
Let's flip it a little bit, right, Ramon? What about the villa, right? We're in the villa, a suite that costs 56K,
I'm paying
or
it.
one that costs. Oh, you're not gonna go on the 2K route?
Nah, hell no. I'm paying it for the stay. That's what I'm saying. The flight itself is not enough for me. One flight, but for
Right,
56,000, we know what we could
You
get for
crazy, bro.
56,000, bro.
right,
Bro, you
56,000 and on a stay, I could
right,
get a
right.
week at the most player
Right.
hotel damn near anywhere.
I see your
Four
point though, because
seasons.
it's like,
I see
I
what
see
you're
Four
your
saying.
point.
seasons.
I don't
I
care.
need
Yeah, I see his
you know what I'm
point. We all
saying?
gonna
So
get that at the same
Look,
time. Why pay
look.
more? Yeah,
Like I said, y'all are embracing it from a
yeah,
scarcity mindset. We on that
right,
abundance mindset.
right,
Me and DG, we thinking abundantly. Like
right.
this $56,000 is gonna come back to me. I
Facts.
guarantee right back to me. Actually,
Right.
it's
y'all
gonna come
so
right
abundant
back.
that y'all playing yourselves, man. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You played yourself.
It's gonna come right back to me. I promise
Hey,
you.
what's 56K when you're worth 40, bro?
40 million, bro. That's
It's not.
nothing.
It's somebody playing in your faces. That's what it is,
I don't
man.
care.
They're gonna
I
be like,
don't
we
care.
got him again.
But
We got two more. We got two more. You know what I'm
let me grab water real quick. They got him again.
Bro, bro. If you taking coach to the $12,000 villa, bro, you playing. You playing.
saying? And it's up when
You
I get there.
playing.
As soon as we get there. You know what I'm
You
saying?
playing. You playing. And go ahead
I'm
and take
like I said,
go,
I'm
go
like I'm
ahead
gonna
go
pay
ahead and
20.
take go ahead and take your Uber too, because we definitely taking
Nah, I'm paying.
that.
I'm
We taking that
2,500. I'm
black
gonna
car
get the.
service.
I might do 2,500 and get the exit seat. You know what I'm saying? Stretch my legs a little bit more than the average. You know what I mean?
Hell
He's like,
no.
he
Hell
gonna
no.
catch
Ain't
he
no
gonna
Like I
way.
said,
he gonna catch
man,
the he gonna catch the
until I
Uber
get
too.
40 million, we'll revisit this when they try to play in y'all's face. When we get
Nah,
40 million, I feel like
yeah.
this moment is gonna happen in real life just
It
It
because
is.
We've been talking
It
about it so
is.
much, but
Hey man, you know me. I mean, you know
I
me.
already
I
knew.
mean,
No, we.
bro. Like,
That's
Nah,
why he was
we
excited.
knew DG.
That's why he was
That's why
excited
I couldn't
because
wait to ask. I couldn't wait to ask DG
nobody
because I
was
was like,
agreeing. Tanisha was the only one that agreed with. We talked to it like
but
10, 12 people,
right.
and nobody
But
was
life is so
agreeing.
short, bro. Life is so
bro,
short, man.
That's
Especially if you're
what
worth
do you?
that
why.
much money. Like,
Who
how much
cares,
more
bro?
do I need
Like
to save? Like, how
after
much
spending
more?
$56,000, I'm still gonna have
I'm
$39.9 million,
No,
bro.
you're
It
bringing.
gonna
doesn't
I'm
have
matter.
more.
bringing. I'm
Because in
bringing
first class, we're
Bree,
gonna network with some
Munifa,
other
Moody,
entrepreneurs and
Munifa. I'm bringing. You know what I mean? I'm bringing everybody with me.
I
Moms, Kaylee's. Kaylee's is gonna
but
be
my
out
thing
here
is
with me.
like, why wouldn't we be able to bring them with? Like, we would still be able to bring those same people. They just sit and coach.
That's crazy. You gonna do your people like that?
Yeah, because I'm not buying 12 people first class
right,
tickets. Y'all sitting in
That's
coach, and I'm
crazy.
sitting in first class.
right.
That's
I'm
crazy.
not doing
You
that either.
y'all doing
I'm
y'all.
not
I'm a
doing
man of
that
the
either.
people, man.
Like,
I'm gonna be there with my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
That's
man
cool.
of the people, man. I'm a
That's
Renaissance
cool.
man. I'm a
they
Rena.
they I'm gonna bring all my people. They just gonna be sitting coach. Y'all gotta understand. And if they had the audacity to be ungrateful, I'm gonna be like, see, I shouldn't have brought your ass.
right.
See
Like, how you
y'all
gonna give
Bree,
me a coach seat? How you gonna get, you're here, aren't you?
y'all
Nah,
We going to the same
bro.
place.
Bree,
So what you complaining for?
y'all Bree.
And
Now it's the same
and
place. Now it's the same place.
y'all
Now
got
it's the
Ramond
same
back
thing.
there.
Now
Y'all
it's the
got
same
Ramond
thing.
back there. Y'all got Ramond back there with y'all's broke asses to entertain y'all. So y'all good. Like I'll be like, nah, y'all good.
Shout out to
Me and DG are
Bree.
good.
Shout out to Bree, man.
Robert,
You know what I'm saying?
Robert,
I'm a
friend.
man of the people, man. Come on, man.
Uh,
Hey, Bree,
yo,
you not gonna be in first class.
you're not
You're not gonna be in
doing
first class,
bro.
Bree,
You're not.
but you gonna get the flights on me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you in the ecstasy. I'm gonna put you in the ecstasy. You know what I'm
We
saying? You
we
know,
got all the people too though. We
don't
gonna
worry
put some
about
money on the
drinks.
flight.
Whatever you want is good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want on me. You know what I mean?
But we got them too. They're not just gonna be in first class. They're gonna
Yeah.
be like we're gonna pay
We
2K
doing
for
the
them.
exact same thing that you doing. We're just in first class.
Yeah, we're just in first class. We're gonna come back and hang out like, what's up, guys? Y'all good? Y'all need anything else? Y'all
Now
need
y'all
some
want to come
wine and
back.
stuff
No, we gonna pop.
like.
No, we can come back to y'all. Y'all just can't come to us. Is what we saying. We come
That's
back to
crazy.
y'all. Y'all just
That's
can't come to
crazy.
us.
All the shit y'all was
Y'all
talking
can't
about, coach,
stop.
backs hurting. You gonna have all your people backs hurting back there and shit, and y'all,
It's
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? Well
You
rested.
back there with them, so you good. Your back hurting too. Be like, you
Hell
go ahead
yeah.
and tell them some jokes. Go ahead and tell them some jokes and make them feel
Hell
better.
yeah.
Y'all,
We gonna be. They not like us. Y'all gonna be listening to classical music in the front and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
That's cool.
nah,
They
we
not like
good.
us in the back. We
that's cool,
hey.
bro.
Yeah, if I'm worth 40, man, I'm doing it. Like, no question, no brainer, bro. Like,
I'm up there with I'm up there with Jeff Bezos. We chopping, man.
yeah, like no brainer, bro. We doing that. Like, why wouldn't I pay for comfort for 13 hours flight if I have that money? I'm doing it. Yeah,
I'm telling you, the
yeah.
whole row still don't compare to the first class experience.
Man,
I
this
don't care, bro.
We gonna have to agree to agree. Agree to
why
disagree,
if
my
that was
brothers.
you disagree.
I'm. You know what I mean?
Hey, shout out to Tanisha, man. She on the rich friend side. She's also a fellow rich friend. We
Now,
outside, man. We outside. Shout out
Ramon
to
is
all
a
the rich
rich
friends.
friend, but he just want to be economy class. So
Nah, nah.
yeah, economy class.
I'm an econ major.
He rich broke. He rich
Boarding
broke.
zone F, and then Ramon zone F. Welcome board. Zone F.
Zone F is nuts. Zone F is disgusting. That's nasty work. Zone F with 40 M's is disgusting. Like
Bro,
Zone
I'd be
F.
crying, bro. I
that's
would be
nasty.
crying. I would be
That's nasty
crying
work.
if I would be crying if he had zone F, bro. Before I would be
That's
literally laughing in your face. And you know how
that's
my laugh is, bro. I would be laughing in your goddamn
yeah. You
face,
do
bro.
got that. You got that belly laugh. That's
Zone F, man.
I
But
would
but
be
yeah.
see,
laughing in
y'all
your
check.
face, bro.
How would I have even? There was only one seat though. Y'all was gonna. How was I gonna be in first class anyway if y'all took it? See, y'all not
Nah,
thinking.
well
Look,
that's different though. Like if they had the 50s, but we all gotta pay
right.
56,000. Like they had multiple seats, but they all
Yeah,
56,000 though.
6K.
They all 56K.
Three of them. Three of us.
Yeah.
So you rather sit in coach and I hang out with your boys,
Yeah,
save that extra
I'm
cash.
back there with our family.
Cool.
No, don't bring
I'm
your
Cool.
back
family
there.
out here.
Cool.
I'm
Cool.
back there. I'm back there riding with the
I'll
fam,
come.
man.
I'll come back there and kick it with y'all. Y'all just can't come up there with us. Is
Nah,
what
you
I'm saying. Like we'll
keep your
come.
ass up there, man.
No, we'll come back there.
Y'all
We're
go eat fruit and listen to Beethoven and shit, man. We back here chilling.
we
We
get
chilling, man. This is
I'm up there with the strippers. I'm getting massage and shit.
yo, damn.
I'm
What? What first class are we talking about, Z? God
I
damn it.
yeah, I don't know what is that's
We
wild.
different, man. They not like us, man.
Hey, that's true. Though. If you work 40 mil, you might get that in first class. Just
Yeah,
saying, you might get that. It might mix a little bit
yeah.
rules. It might break the rules a little bit for you, man. You
I
might.
guarantee you, there's a lot weirder shit that's gone on in first class
Mhm.
than some strippers. I
Mhm.
guarantee, goddamn to you.
40 million. I'm gonna make something happen right on that ecstasy. You know what I'm saying?
Why everyone around you?
I'm gonna put a little curtain up on my. This is different for. This is a different economy class.
Oh, I got my little blanket
Stop
over here
playing
like
with me.
Aladdin. It's hilarious. You just gonna
Stop
bring it
playing
on.
with me, man.
Oh
And I
my
think
god.
That boy
we got
Ramond,
a good.
P gonna make a custom hammock. That's what he gonna do.
Nah,
We
That's what
chilling.
he
We
gonna do.
chilling, man.
that's funny. Those are good
I,
ones.
I,
Hey,
I think we had a good spot though, man. You know what I'm saying? So the moral of the story is,
shout out to my rich
Z
friend.
and Diamond's gonna let, Zenith and Diamond's gonna let people play in their face when they get rich.
That's
I
not
think
playing
that's the
out phase,
the
man. That's
Mm-mm.
the,
not playing
the
out
wrap
phase.
up of the whole episode.
Nah,
That's not
nah,
playing out phase. We just enjoying the hard work, man. We work so hard. Might as well enjoy our fruits a little bit, bro.
yeah.
Why?
Nah,
That's
and
my
you have
last
to. You
slide.
have to, man.
You have to,
You
man.
do have to, and that's what the episode really came to, is like, pay for what you think is worth it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
really to be serious on this, man. I need everybody in here, man. Let's do a big ass group trip and go 50 deep to Investfest next year, man, and really move different, man. I like I said, Investfest 2024 was one of my favorite experiences, especially like in a conference
Right.
setting, or just for anything that I paid for that level of thing with that many people there. It was the best experience I've had, and it partially because what they provided, and another part of who I came with, man. So I definitely think that everybody should go next year, man. And Investfest was worth it in my opinion.
Right.
Yep, absolutely. It was
I
well
agree
worth
with
it.
that.
And InvestFest 2025 gonna be life changing, to say the least. To say the least, man. So shout out, pop out there with us. But once again, shout out to Earning Leisure, man. Shout out to Microsoft. Shout out to the marathon team, man. They did a hell of a job with InvestFest 2024. So do want to give them their flowers. Um, and man, I'm just shout out to Bunifa. Shout out to Moody, man. We had a hell of a time, and what a hell of a team, man. We was in there shaking and moving, man. So um, if there's something that you're on the fence on, like especially if it's about your business or
Right.
something like that, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Don't be
Right.
afraid to take that opportunity and get out your comfort zone, man, because you'll be surprised what will happen on the other side.
Right. For sure. Yeah, I just want to say shout out to everyone who joined the live,
You know?
man. Thanks for the support. You guys like being engaging, commenting, and all that. I appreciate it. We'll be back every Monday, man. Today was a
Yeah,
little pivot. We did Tuesday, but every
yeah.
Monday we're gonna be back next week. It's gonna be on Monday, so make sure you tune in again. Appreciate you guys.
And shout out to Tanisha, our fellow rich friend too.
I
I'm a man of the people. Shout out to everybody else. You know?
All right,
All right,
Richmond.
y'all.